Paul Brennan. I love the enthusiasm.
Thank you.
Last session, I think I've said it once, but I'm gonna say it again. We had a bit of a doozy. We had the Obsidian Guard of the Emperor show up in their black adamantine armor and demand Artie, as Artie was under arrest. The party, with some quick thinking, stashed Artie and Ninth and Iris away and were promptly themselves arrested for harboring a fugitive. They were brought in front of the Emperor. Iris, Artie, and Ninth managed to escape detection for a considerable amount of time. And by doing so, put some interesting things into motion. Eventually, they were caught briefly, never made it in front of the Emperor, and with the assistance of Mr. Merryweather, the party was able to escape the High Palace, leaving in their wake a grove of multicolored trees, a pyramid that now stretches hundreds of feet in the air. And as the pyramid grew, the party noticed a blue celestial and infernal sword at the top of its peak, burning a blue flame. We pick up as the party is ripping through the city of Menos on a cart. Guards are long behind them, but not far behind them. So, guys, what would you like to do? You're fugitives now.
We were already fugitives, Mason. We're just
Technically, I wasn't.
spicy fugitives now.
I wasn't.
You were
That's
wanted, but you weren't necessarily fugitives.
Fair.
So we have options. One, we say fuck it, and we go to the Great Dungeon in the east. Two, we go do Curran's thing and deal with the undead scourge in the north.
Oh, that's tied into the dungeon. That's
Okay.
all fucking tied in.
Three, if y'all are cool and ain't snitches, I'd take you to the Undercity and we figure out contacts from there.
I'm so. But the pyramid, the sword. I kind of want to know.
We're not turning around.
Yeah.
Keep in mind that the pyramid has destroyed the penthouses you guys were like prisoners in. So like the pyramid is now directly adjacent to the High Palace.
That's just theirs. They can have it. Sadly.
Ooh. That worries me.
I mean, it terrifies me too, but like, I
Yeah.
don't think we can go back and get it.
True. I'm cool with going to the. I won't be a snitch. I think that's like the best.
As you guys are ripping down, kind of having this conversation, Kyle, as a welcome back, why don't you roll a high, low, good, bad, me, you?
Fuck. Okay.
Oh, because he doesn't
fuck us up
know about the.
Low is good for Mason.
Okay.
That's 2 every month.
Oh no! I
That's
didn't like
a
the
2.
silence.
You mean you didn't like the silence paint?
No.
I'm missing.
As you got,
Did we take a long rest at one point?
Mhm.
When we were in there? Okay, good.
Still unhealed from the last
you
session.
guys are healed up. You very tactfully avoided a very large combat last session with the guards, which was excellent. But Kyle, as
You rolled a 2.
I know.
Yeah.
As you roll that, you guys are a fair clip away. You're out of the high city at this point. No guards. You've pretty much gotten in front of any like messages about stopping you. No guards are stopping you, although several like town guard with like spears and like leather armor, like as you are ripping by on this carriage, will just kind of look like quizzically, and Merryweather will just kind of wave and be like, "Hey, Jim! Oh, hey there, Jim! How you doing there?" And just kind of like waving and like talking to people as he goes. But you are like ripping down the road. As you guys kind of start getting into the middle city, you notice that above this pyramid that now probably stretches about 500-600 feet in the air, it is very prominent in the skyline in Menos. You notice that a black cloud starts coalescing at the top of the pyramid and starts growing and growing and growing. Not a storm cloud, but a black amorphous cloud that seems to shift and move and shape itself and just into these wide shapes as it grows and grows and grows and grows, spreading wider, wider, wider. You guys watch as this dark front starts covering the city. Roll me a perception check if you so wish. Corinne,
Stupid fool.
you can roll a you can roll a perception check with the okay, nat 20. Okay, fair enough. Corinne,
I rolled a
actually go
nat
ahead.
22.
Okay,
No joke.
Brandon, give me Calgus's roll.
17.
Okay, holy fuck. Okay.
Oh my
Alright.
God.
So-
you fucks.
That little did y'all know that was a combined skill check. I was not going to share that, but Kurin, the skill check has been succeeded,
Yeah.
but because it was succeeded, now you can have a nature check at advantage.
Yeah.
You weren't going to get the check at all.
Oops,
But-
that's the wrong one. Okay.
Maybe this is
I
on
rolled-
to something.
2 14s, both for a total of 18.
With your guys' perception, you guys look, and clouds don't move like that. And Calgus, while you kind of have a feeling, Iris and Vina, that is not a cloud, it is a swarm. Calgus,
Stop.
there are a lot of bugs in the Underdark, but locusts are among the most terrible, destroying the very small amount of crops the Underdark can sustain. Kurin, as your party relays this information to you and you turn facing this dark growing cloud, something in you kind of tugs for a moment, and you feel the axe grow warm in your hand. And as you look onto this cloud, there is nothing natural about what is happening right now.
Oh,
Those are magical,
Yeah.
and they are hungry.
Yay.
You guys watch as this cloud starts descending onto the city. You guys are still a fair way above it, but it's not too long before you start hearing screams and cries echoing from the upper city. Merryweather's gonna look back and go, "Well, I don't know about y'all, but I kind of want to get inside. That does not look fun. Like that looks really kind of a well, it looks like Grandma's gonna play you at Tiddlywinks and win your lunch money. It's a bad deal."
does he have anywhere to go? Like, are we going to his? Where are we going? Where are we going?
Oh, I was gonna take you to my place. Like, yeah, that's an option.
Yes. Yes, meet the
Yes.
family. Yes.
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 Okay,
Yes.
yeah, we can go to my place. And you just see he giddies up these Protoceratops, and they just start running faster. Merryweather's in his usual good spirits, chattering about nothing. You guys, if you weren't already at full health, I think everybody gained the benefits of a long rest.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody should be topped off. Otherwise, a short rest is in order. You guys rip around, and you end up in the lower city. Once again, that cloud seems to be like gathering, and it seems to have slowed at the upper city, but cries from behind you as the entire city has like started to deal with this infestation has been noticeable. You make it to the lower city, which is the farthest ring outside of Menos, to the southern side. And Merryweather stops in front of a little quaint cottage. Most of the houses down here are very small, very poor, but this one, as you look at its neighbors that are kind of ramshackle tents or, very hastily constructed houses with, boards and mud. This is a brick and mortar house, kind of like a single story family dwelling, picturesque little, roof. There's a little brick chimney in the back. The yard is green, and there is a very noticeable space where the destitution of like a poor like city, like it kind of like destitute, green with a picturesque, perfect house, destitute. Merryweather will pull inside. He'll put his Protoceratops in a back little stable, and he'll invite you guys in. He'll be like, "Oh yeah, just come on in whenever you're ready. You meet the family, and it'll be great."
Is that stable enclosed?
It is an enclosed stable, yes.
Yeah, I'll go
I'm
inside.
just scared for the
Sure. Yeah.
dinosaur.
Oh well, yeah, if you want to bring them inside, we can bring them inside, but it's going to be a little tight. I'm going to be real with you. They're perfectly safe in there, promise.
Oh, okay.
Okie doke. Well, all right, come on in, folks. I'll get dinner ready, and we'll get going about this. You guys enter the house. Spick and span, very clean home, wooden furniture. Oddly enough, a significant amount of it is normal humanoid size as opposed to halfling size. You notice that there's only one halfling size chair. There's a couple of other things kind of scattered around. And Merryweather will just go into the kitchen. You start hearing some rattling around as he starts prepping, sounds like tea. As you guys walk in the house, I'm going to let everyone decide. You can either roll me an Arcana, an Investigation, or a Perception.
I'll do Arcana. That sounds fun.
I'll do perception.
Okie doke.
I will also do.
I love how I rolled low, but I still get a decently high. I rolled a 9.
That's honestly like anything over 10 is like a decent roll.
Yeah.
Typically. Like
That's fair, but I'm just
like,
like,
nothing to
they're going
scoff
with a
at.
net 20.
Okay. And then Kyle, are you there?
Yeah, I rolled perception. I rolled the same as Mika.
Alrighty. So, you guys notice a couple of things as you enter this place. From the kitchen, you hear, "Oh, I guess the wife's not home yet. I'm so excited for y'all to meet her. She's great. I really love her, and she'll make the best cookies when you get home."
I'm concerned about her.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm
Oh,
concerned.
Kurin,
Mm,
you
There's
notice
magic locusts outside.
there
and she's not
is
here yet.
one halfling-sized recliner. There is one set of food, there's a kitchen table with one halfling chair and one place set for it. There is what looks to be one set of shoes at the door. Iris, as you look around, you notice there are multiple like little pictures all around the house, and in pretty much every single one you see Merryweather, and most of them are like portrait style, and Merryweather's smiling. He's kind of got his arm around someone, and you just notice like the other 2/3 of the picture is just blank,
no!
as though like the parchment has just been like the ink and the painting on the paint has just been erased. Like clean cuts.
Wait, so not like he's like pretending. It's like it's just
Like
God.
it looks to be like a family photo, and there's only the part that shows Merryweather, and everything else has just been completely cleared
So
off.
what I'm
Like-
equating it to in my brain is because it's the only thing that makes sense to me. It's the scene from
Harry
the
Potter.
7th Harry Potter movie.
Oh
When
yeah, okay.
When Hermione.
Yeah, it's like that. That's what you're
Oh,
talking about. Liz?
the Obliviate scene.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That's a very good comparison. Hello, Nathan. Nathan, quick catch up. You guys are at Merryweather's house currently.
And the sky is falling.
That too.
Locust.
Vina and Calgus with a 22 and a 23 Arcana checked respectively. Vina, this house is incredibly magical. As you were just kind of like in the space, you notice unseen servants moving to and fro, cleaning the place, keeping it spick and span. And then there's also seems to
Harry
be
Potter.
there also seems to be some enchantments around the place that just like repel bugs or repel like they're minor enchantments, but there's so many of them. It's significant, but it's all like housekeeping stuff. It's like, an enchantment here to make sure the knives stay sharp, an enchantment there to keep the mud out of the house. But it's a significant amount of magic that represents potentially like a pretty decent noble could have a house like this if they spent a couple of fortunes on it. Like this level of enchantment, like super
Curious.
duper high. Calgus, as you look at the fireplace, you notice that the fireplace is probably the most magical thing in this house. The fire crackles and sparkles, and immediately you feel at ease, and just you kind of get the feeling like wounds can be healed here faster. There's really no need to worry in the presence of this fire. There's just not a lot that can hurt you in front of this place right now. Despite everything, you feel very soothed.
Interesting.
Like soothed as though I'm being charmed, soothed, like, or soothed as in like.
With your guys'
this is a
combined
comfortable
Arcana
place.
rolls, it's comfort. Like it could
Okay.
be misconstrued as being charmed, but it's just such a like feeling of peace that is emanating from it. It's not necessarily charming you magically, but it's charming you in a sense that is just peaceful, quiet, magically safe. Merryweather, you'll hear him in the kitchen, just kind of clinking around. He's like, "Oh, found a tea there. Alrighty, folks, I'll have that out for you here in a minute. Well, as I see it," and he kind of brings out a little tea tray and sets, once again, humanoid-sized cups in front of everyone. He goes, "Way I see it, we got a couple of options here. So we can go to Underdark, tip-tap, patter down, and, I got some friends down there, and I'm sure Calgus does too. We take care of each other as small folk. We could go to a couple of arms dealers I know. Frankly speaking, y'all need some weaponry, because, yeah, it's getting bad out there, real bad, real fast. But, it kind of depends from there. Like, you can hide in the Underdark for a while. You could hide here. But I'll be real with you, my wife and my daughter, like, that's not a good combination. But additionally, the Underdark, that might not be so great, because I think Ranos has some connections down there. You hide in the jungle, but that's kind of deadly. Really not a good deal there if you're going long term. But yappers, I didn't really suggest anything I really loved there for y'all. But what do you think, kids?
If we do go to the Underdark, it wouldn't be for very long.
Yeah, I think that's advisable.
I think we can't stay anywhere near here for a while.
Well, I mean, kind of depends how certain things play out, right? Like, young Artie and Ninth, who have been with you guys this entire time, they'll kind of look at me and be like, kind of just depends on how much they really want young Artie here. I mean, like, also depends on what they want him for. Like, I wasn't really privy to what happened, but, if they were going to execute him, I mean, why? They could have just done it then and there, quick and easy. Done. And also, I suppose it, if there's any, like, secret reason to keep him or any of you alive, like, if they haven't posted formal bounties, then maybe there's a reason for that. I don't know.
Yeah, well, they definitely want to keep him alive.
Also, we've taken them out of the bag of holding, right, Mika?
Yes.
Yo,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, they were
Sorry,
they were out of
I
the bag of
just-
holding since the carriage. They got
I just-
arrested.
All of a
Fully.
sudden,
Yeah.
like,
They're fine.
Well, remember I
They've
had
been out of
transferred the
there
bag of holding because I lost
Yeah.
its enchantment because I couldn't re-up it.
Yeah, it's a pillowcase.
But I would like my backpack back and to retransfer it to the backpack.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. We can say you do that here. In fact, how much time would that take normally, Brandon?
I don't think that has a time.
Oh, cool. Never mind. You were saying, Mika.
I just want to let Kyle know I no longer have wings, by the way, and Artie and now owe the devil I've been gambling with a favor, each of them. So
God damn it.
that's probably something good to know.
God.
They could have died. Like
True.
I had 10 seconds. It's not anything. It's not less to decide. So, anyways, continue.
Get another magical Okay. Fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Well.
I was reading and I forgot that something that I could do. We're fine. I just think it's best if we get Artie out of here, away from people who want him. Or want to use him. Artie, what do you think?
Calgus, as you address Artie for the first time, go ahead and roll me a perception check quick.
Oh,
No.
Or you could roll an insight check if you want.
Oh, also, I should also tell Kyle. The devil can see through their eyes now, basically. So.
Insight 23.
With the 23, as you ask Artie what he thinks, ever since reconvening with Artie, Artie's had this kind of like glazed over look in his eyes. With the 23 insight, you see as he's kind of like wrapped in like this kind of like traveler's cloak currently. He's like, I really don't know. And you see him wince as though in pain, as though he's in pain, and you realize that you haven't seen Artie's like left arm this entire time, as he's taking great pains to keep it underneath the cloak.
I'm gonna walk up.
Yeah.
He can't. He's not faster than me. I must say he's not faster than me.
No, not with how Artie rolls decks.
I'm
and
gonna
everything
move.
else.
I'm gonna move the cloak away from his left arm.
You move the cloak away from his left arm, and as you do so, it is like a pretty, like it's a nice traveler's cloak, but as you do so, you move it and you see chemical burns on the edge of the cloak, and kind of already knowing what you're gonna find, you move the cloak back, and you notice Artie's arm is completely like burned and blackened, and Caligus, being an inventor yourself, it looks like from all manner of like chemical burns and splashes and acids and poisons, and there seems to be a steady kind of like creeping of like, you know how when you get an infection and it gets red, this is like a purple inflammation that seems to be moving up his arms, and you can kind of see it tracking along his veins up the forearm. And he's kind of like nursing it as this thing has, his arm just has like blisters and is pussy, and overall just kind of disgusting.
Calgus is gonna lose his shit a little bit. Artie, do you understand how important you are? You have to tell us that stuff happened to you.
Calgus, I'm going to be really real with you right now. There hasn't exactly been time. And I haven't been conscious for very long. And it wasn't this bad earlier.
Then
Well,
why were you hiding it?
Nint also looks ready to lose her fucking mind at Artie. Her face is like going full red.
Do I know if Cure Wounds will at least help subside this or no?
Cure Wounds will do something for like the pain, but this is something that goes a lot deeper than Cure Wounds.
Yeah, I don't have anything for it yet.
Can we ask?
Make a survival check to see if I can figure out any of what it is, like what
Yeah.
it might be.
Yeah, go for it.
Can we ask the halfling too? If he has
Yeah,
any
sure.
Sort of...
Oh, that's a 25, Mason.
Whew.
A 25. I want to see Chelsea. You're asking Merryweather. Go ahead
Mhm.
and roll me a persuasion check.
Ha! Easy.
Persuasion.
Okay, we're gonna roll this one. That is gonna be a good ol' 24 on that persuasion check.
Okay.
That's what
20
Sorcerer says.
All right. With a 24 persuasion check, you bring this idea up to Merryweather, kind of suggesting stuff. And as you do, you watch Merryweather's eyes kind of like glaze over, like fully. And you just see him like
Is
kind
he
of stop
forgetting his-
mid-sip in his tea. And suddenly the fire starts raging harder in the hearth. Kurin, with a 25 survival check, being a pit fighter, sometimes there are just moments when you get instincts and you get just, you know what the correct thing to do before it presents itself. You grab Artie's arm and you shove it in the fire.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say fucking
Cut it off.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna
That's
say
what I
that.
thought
No,
you were getting with that.
you kind of grab Artie by the scruff of his neck and like by the bottom of by the left arm and just kind of like shove him at the fire. Nint moves to stop you, but the entire party watches as the fire laps at Artie's arm. His skin is not burned, and you all watch as the poison and the infection burns away. Artie's arm is still pretty torn up. Looks like there's like massive pockets where like acid ate away at it, and you can still see like the raw flesh, and there's actually some like tendons on a couple of his fingers that are exposed.
Ugh.
But
yeah, I'll
it
drop
seems
a
like
healing word on that. Or
Okay.
healing Cure Wounds on that.
you can definitely drop a cure wounds on that. But what I will say, Callius, is Artie's left hand is currently maimed. You can close it so it can't be infected anymore. But it definitely is like significantly weaker than it should be.
Mm-hmm.
But with time, currently in this state, it will get back to full potential, hopefully. You guys watch as the fire kind of laps and burns away that last of the infection that kind of like fell down out of Artie's arm in a torrent. It dies back down, and Merryweather's eyes kind of unglaze, and he goes, Oh, well, you know, sometimes things like that just kind of take care of themselves. Wow, Artie, you must be really magical. Like, that's really cool. You healed yourself like that.
Doesn't know.
Can I?
As I'm standing there with fucking Artie, like.
Correct.
in
Artie,
the
like,
fire.
you did it so fast and you're so strong. Artie did not have a chance to fight you. But Artie is, like, visibly crying. What used to be panic is now relief. And it's just kind of like soft sobs. But he looks at you, Corin, and he says, "Thank you. I don't know what you just did, but like
I
that
don't
shouldn't have
know either,
worked. Like,
but-
can you control magic fire?"
Can I like do some sort of check
I'm too stupid for
to
that.
figure out like what the hell is going on with Merryweather? Like, cause
Actually,
I saw
like-
his
I
eyes
want to
cloud
vibe
over.
check him.
Not vibe check. Like, I'm not
Oh, that's
thinking
true.
vibes. I'm just like, would it be like Arcana? Like how he doesn't know this is happening? Like why?
Sure. So like
What? you
Couple
know,
different
is he
routes you could go.
possessed? Like, what the fuck is happening?
like Arcana might give you some information about like magically if there's any like mechanisms at play.
yeah.
You could go insight to see if he's actually just faking it.
Okay.
And as far as like persuasion, you could try to persuade him to tell you what he knows.
Because I don't think he does. I'm gonna go Arcana.
Okay.
I
I'll
don't
do
think he's
insight.
faking it. I don't think he's faking it. And I don't think I need, like, persuading him isn't gonna do anything. That's a 17 Arcana check.
Okay.
And I had 18 for insight.
Insight Iris, he is not faking it.
Okay.
There is something magically kind of holding him back. Vina, as you roll your 17, I believe. As you roll a 17 Arcana check, you get the feeling like Merryweather's not necessarily being controlled as though like a puppet on a strings, but there's definitely some sort of link to like him and this fire. And just kind of like gauging it on like a magical vibe check, the fire is infinitely more magical than Merryweather is.
Mm-hmm. Can I take a closer look at the fireplace?
Yeah, for sure. As you take a closer look at the fireplace, Vina, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Fuck. Okay. That is, oh my gosh, this die is rolling so well. That's a 21.
A 21. Vina, as you kind of like gaze into like the fire and kind of like watching it burning and crackling, you get the sense that something's trying to probe the edge of your mind, not aggressively, like trying to attack you, but definitely trying to like, yeah,
Trying to send me a message.
trying to like send you a message and communicate with you.
Can I let it down?
Yeah, you can willingly fail.
Yeah.
As you do, once again, Merryweather's eyes kind of like freeze over as now he's taking like a bite of a cake, and you just hear a deep, low rumbling, like coal shifting, and you hear, "Hello, Corvina. I see you've realized that Merryweather is not all he seems. Don't hold it against the man. He was quite broken when I first found him. Now tell me, what can I do for you?"
Do I recognize the voice?
No?
Who are you? I want to know who I'm dealing with here.
Kind of crackling and burning and a couple of sparks, and you hear that kind of like low guttural like grinding tone again. You hear, "For now, call me Hearth. Know I mean you and your group no harm, and know that Merryweather is a conduit of mine."
Here's the thing. I don't ask favors of just anyone. And we have found ourselves in quite a mess. With a lot of very powerful people and gods.
You sense
So,
a hint of like amusement in the flame as it like flickers a little bit.
am I to assume that you are on the same level of, if you know my name, I have a feeling you know our current situation.
Not in its entirety. Merryweather is a good man. A broken man, but most are. He's quite taken with your group. I know your name because he gushed about you endlessly. Kindness is not often something shown to him. and most people take advantage of him. So paying, tipping, being decent. These are the things that somebody whose life has fallen apart values. Additionally, I would ask you not talk about his wife or child very much. As I said, his mind was very broken when I first found him. And I fear that if I have to erase and mend the memory again, he'll lose more of himself. And more of the endearing, charming, helpful halfling he is. For now, know that there's kind of a block on those memories. He still thinks his wife inhabits this house. He still thinks his daughter draws breath. Neither are true.
That makes me think that the wife is alive because he said the wife inhabits the house.
I'm thinking the daughter died and the wife left because of
Yeah.
grief. Yeah.
Or was it his fault?
But the
We
portrait
don't need to.
is what-
Yeah, because he
that's
is
what that's
erasing the
what's
memories
getting
to
me,
block.
yeah.
To block. Yeah.
To keep him
Yeah.
from remembering.
To keep
Uh-huh.
him from triggering memories.
Yeah.
To just avoid any sort
That-
of trigger.
So tell
Um,
me, Corvina, what do you know of gods?
It's a good question for Chelsea. What
They're
does Corvina know of
assholes.
gods?
No, they are
Not
assholes,
wrong.
truly.
They all suck.
Well,
And Calgus has made too many deals with too many of them.
Oh, I can relate to that.
yeah, well, I know they are tricky, and it's not very black and white. There's a lot of gray.
Well, I applaud your diplomatic answer. A god in this world is a title. We're magical beings, but we're still beings. We bleed, we die. As for Merryweather, he is a conduit of mine. But I am also him, in a sense. Don't think on it too long. But know he is resolved to help your group as much as he can. But he cannot leave very far from this place. The city of Manos is unfortunately where his domain ends. So I ask again, what does this group need?
We need a place to keep Artie safe. Where the army won't be able to get to him until we can figure out what the hell is going on with him and what the hell is going on in the city.
Also, Chelsea, do you think you'd be able to ask about if there's any way to get rid of the favors for Artie and Ninth? Because you're talking to a god here.
That's not really Vina's.
True.
As the conversation has drug on a little bit, Vina, and Vina has been staring at the fire for 5 minutes straight.
Mhm.
The rest of the party can clue in that this is magic fire, and try to join the conversation should they wish.
I'll
I would
do
love
that.
to, Yes.
I will absolutely do that.
Once again, kind of that crackling, burning. I see.
Hey,
Well,
I have a very
yes.
important question. This is for DM.
Oh yeah, sure. What's up?
Since I'm a Forge Domain cleric,
Yeah.
can I do a religion check?
For sure, take advantage on it.
Thank God. Yeah. I was just like, Vina doesn't have
It's a good thing I had advantage.
Oh,
What's my religion? +4? 22.
22. Because you're a Forge Domain Cleric, this is possible for you, and the DC was 20.
Fire.
So, very, very good, Calgus. As it is talking to you, you realize this, is a god. This is a vestige of Hestia, the god of the hearth. God of hearth and home, to be specific. So, it's not necessarily a god that most people would associate with power, but the power to protect one's home, the power to create and live happily is not one to be trifled with. Additionally, it sounds like Merryweather most likely, as you kind of like understand gods, like in this world, God is more of a title that bestows onto it a certain level of power if somebody seizes it. But that person, A, is typically very strong to begin with, or B, chosen as a conduit, which means the title probably hasn't been diluted very much. So this thing that is talking to you, Merryweather's subconscious, but it is like a fragment of like a true original god.
So Nathan wasn't entirely wrong last
Correct.
session.
Merryweather is literally a vestige
God of
for the god of the
hospitality.
earth. He
Yeah,
is a
that's what he
god.
said.
He is a god of hospitality, technically.
Nathan was just right.
Of course I was.
It's just like
When
an
Nathan-
Oscar being right about the train.
Rare Nathan being correct.
When Nathan said that last session, there is a moment where my face changes.
I saw that, and I was like, well.
But yes. But as it kind of said, Merryweather has taken a liking to you guys, and though he might not like this thing is suggesting, he's mentally broken in some way. But it
So you
does wanna
guys
help
can
you.
thank me for fucking tipping him so well when I got us that carriage, by the way.
I also tried to tip him. He would not let me.
Well, I do have an important question. And I'll keep the name to myself as I don't want to make it angry.
Yes, child of the forge.
How do we help Artie learn how to control what he can do?
As you say that, you see the fire kind of shifts and grows, and you know that scene in Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe where images start like appearing in the fire?
Yeah.
The fire kind of coalesces, and you see a small, made of flame Artie, complete with his little mohawk, and you see right now Artie is incredibly weak and able to be snuffed out with nothing.
Facts.
Yeah, true. Based.
Yeah.
I may
Sure.
not be a god of prophecy, but if you were to nurture Artie, he could grow into a leader. And you see Artie kind of like his shoulders broaden, a breastplate, a sword on his back. Artie could be a great mage. And the images kind of change and flip. Additionally, the boy has significant perspectives and potential. But that will be on you to develop or quash as you see fit. Additionally, if people are hunting him, you see Artie, this little flame Artie, take like 10 crossbow bolts in the back and just fall over. Might it be best to stay with people who are strong enough to protect him? Additionally, there's no place in this city an army can't find, so I would suggest hiding somewhere that's not the city. Tell me, how much do you know of the jungles around this continent?
Varen,
I do. Yay.
How much do you know? I do.
Corinne, he'll start addressing you and you'll be like, ah, yes. I see that you are born of the wilds. Interesting. But this continent The jungle is darker and deeper than most people remember. And certainly darker and deeper than the settlement remembers. The flames kind of change into a jungle scape, green and blues and reds all mixing together. If one wanted to hide something, a couple of items might be needed. Child of the Forge, that bag you hold, it's a pocket dimension, correct?
Yes.
Out of interest, what if you could create a bigger one? One where a residence might be kept.
I could try. I never tried to make one that big.
Mm.
And the logistical worry of air.
To be clear, it hasn't been done in a millennia, but it has been done. If you were interested, such a place could be carried around with you. A place of respite and retreat. An option. Additionally, suddenly you see the flames kind of change to like a Rubik's Cube of like moving parts and passageways, and you notice like this like square, essentially like device that's like moving, shaping, becoming cylindrical, and just like changing geometrically every second. There are the dungeons to consider about. I know not what are at the center of them, but I know they are inherently dangerous, and therefore safe from the army. Just some thoughts. The fire kind of burns.
I suppose we could always pick Artie, or actually, give me 1 second. Because I can use a magic item as my arcane focus now, which my shotgun is a magic item now that it's has repeating shot on it, so that's also my arcane focus. So I can give Artie my old component pouch. Or did I have it? Oh, my old arcane focus. And we can try to start teaching him how to use magic.
I suppose I potentially, like we said last time, I maybe could, because it's like I
And we
have
can do that on
innate magic.
Yeah, on the way to the Great Dungeon, maybe, because either we
God,
die to
that
the
scares me.
army, or we die to the dungeon. But if we
Yeah.
live through the dungeon,
So
Artie will be a lot stronger.
Well, okay, for one specific dungeon at least, I don't know what the hell happened the last 2 sessions, but Curran doesn't know where the location is yet. There's like the Grove. Remember that was, I think, is supposedly supposed to tell me the location, but
No, I think we
It's the
found the
east.
location of one, didn't we?
Yeah, it's the
Mason?
far
Did you?
east.
You did.
Yeah.
In
Okay.
the far east,
Yeah,
there
but-
is a peninsula with a great mountain on it, and that is at the base of that mountain is the entrance.
That's like weeks and weeks of travel, right?
We're
Yeah,
gonna be
this is
verging on
a-
like a month or two. Yeah.
this is a god though. Can they make us a fucking portal?
As you ask it to make you a portal, it'll kind of pause and be like, "Unfortunately, not how my power works. I can tell you a tale of certain things, but I can't teleport you. But I know of something that can."
Let me guess, it's in the city, isn't it?
No. As that kind of jungle forms and feeds, you see an image of a sleeping creature, one with multiple heads, green scales, sleeping in a bog in the jungle. And you just hear, "Once upon a time, an adventurer went to slay a hydra. The adventurer fought for a long period of time, and at the end of it, was victorious. However, he did not realize that the hydra was a creature that could be replanted. so to speak. And you see a little image, a head falling, and an egg forming where that head is. The adventurer built his family house near this spot, and over the years grew a great family. And one night, in the blink of an eye, all of it was sundered and ripped apart. You see a flaming hydra consuming children and breaking a house. The voice kind of continues. This beast is rumored to have the mythical property of sending those who kill it to one place of their wishing. In the fire, you see a portal opening, and the hero bringing his family, constructing his house out there in the swamp. Might be worth looking into. A creature whose death results in a portal.
I do an Arcana check
Sure.
for something specific.
Okay.
If I could use that portal to fix the air problem in my pocket dimension. To
Roll me an
build a
Arcana check.
resin inside. 17.
With the 17, that seems very likely.
I wouldn't have any repercussions for putting a portal in a pocket dimension.
Isn't there like an astral plane thing that happens if you put it into
As you think about a portal in a pocket dimension, Calgus, as you're thinking about that problem, you hear in the back of your mind kind of that rumbling. I sense the problem you're seeking. A portal that strong would rip regular magical components asunder, yes?
Yes.
Another story starts forming. Fire burning. This time, you see the jungles more to the north, more of a carnivorous vibe. You see a place in a valley that you've seen before. A village. Tiny mud huts and the like.
Dick.
And you hear the voice go, once upon a time, there was a great wolf that lived near a village of goblins. The wolf came every couple of days and devoured a couple of goblins, eating them up, snatching them up. You see flaming moss snapping up 3-4 goblins at a time. The goblins, in their wisdom, began raising food for the wolf, and every couple of days gave it a beast to eat and assuage its hunger. You see the maw snapping up a small dinosaur. The beast has been dormant for years, not bothering the village. But, as the story goes, when they tried to kill the wolf in early days, you watch as small figure of goblins are stabbing this gargantuan wolf. And just watching as the blades and the spears break off. They were unsuccessful.
So I could get that to reinforce the pocket dimension so it's not ripped apart by the portal.
Skin that blades fail to break. Seems like that would be a good place to start.
So Calgus is just going to go off in a spiral and try to figure all of that out.
You can absolutely spiral and try to figure that out. But yes, essentially, what the Hearth is telling you is the skin of this wolf mixed with the portal the properties of the portal could potentially create something that you're looking to create as a giant pocket dimension.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I would like to ask, talk to the fire and mention, say, I've gotten myself into quite a predicament with gambling with the devil. There came a situation where Ninth and Artie almost died. I gambled to save their lives. I did, however, they now each owe this devil a favor. Is there anything possible to get rid of this favor? I don't like that smile, you bitch.
Iris, as you ask this question, the fire burns for a second. And you hear a deep rumbling as, dealings with devils. Very interesting. Young fairy, I will not tell you a story that is rumored this time. I will tell you something I have seen. And you see a small hearth burning as devils and angels clash, swords and wings, spiked tails ripping each other asunder. You see devils of great stature crushing angels, and angels in battalions flying and fighting their way through it. There was a war of heaven and hell, not so long ago, and not so far from this memory. Understand, a devil's deal is a dangerous thing. And few people are able to erase such things, if any. So, what you can do is get a deal or a favor from something more powerful. You see the burning figure of an archangel, 8 wings, sword in hand, gleaming. Devils hate angels and angels hate devils. A favor from an angel might negate a favor from a devil. But just understand, something is owed and something will be paid. Do that information what you will.
Understood.
I have another question.
Yo. Sorry, I had to break the tension a little bit.
It seems you may have eyes in many places.
So to speak, yes.
My family has been hunted.
It's good you use the past tense.
Are you saying I'm the survivor?
I'm saying it is a shame that you were not able to give your family the correct burials they deserve.
That's a raw ass line. Holy shit.
That is Jesus
Oh.
If you
Christ.
don't come into the campaign with a tragic backstory, the campaign is your tragic backstory.
No, seriously.
Corvina, as this says it, you see a couple of flashes. Your father dead in front of a fire, your brothers being slain, and all the while the looming thought and knowledge that you are the sole surviving member of your family. I apologize, young Vina, but your profession has been all but eradicated from this land. Lord Ranos has no love of your people. And thus, I caution you. Many spies are at work, some whose skills rival your own innate. It's not fair, but I'm glad you did not succumb to the same fate.
As am I.
Vina, go ahead and roll me a history check.
You're emotionally damaging two of us 2 sessions in a row. That's fucked up.
I'm assuming this is probably
Not his record.
for if there's
True, I've done a
any
lot
sort
better.
of like if there's any other families of changelings or anything like that.
Not quite.
Oh, well, that's gonna be okay, only a +1. So an unnatural 20.
An unnatural 20. What this fire has suggested is that your family is dead.
Got that.
Lord Ranos knows about your family and has a hatred towards changelings. And not only that, if your family is dead, that would suggest your family assets, for the most part, are probably in the hands of Lord Ranos. That being said,
Motherfucker.
your family's vault, you are the sole surviving member who likely knows that location.
I think this is just a reminder. Chelsea, your family is dead. Just a reminder, they're dead.
I don't entirely know, but they might be dead.
So what you're saying is I don't have to split what's in the vault with anyone else.
Correct.
What he is saying is
you don't have to
Shut
split.
You're good.
You don't have to split your family's some of your family's most powerful artifacts or the money that is likely inside that vault.
Artifacts, you say.
Cons, I don't have any family. Pros, magical shit, right? And money, am I right?
The only
Well,
downside to this
that's-
situation is that vault is located in the High City.
I just
Ooh.
want to
near
say,
the palace.
thank you, Emily, I really appreciate that. Chelsea, did you know your family all dead?
Oh, I see. Right.
I just looked over and saw that. And I'm
Thanks.
like, that's good.
Thanks. The music just shifted to some like cheery like medieval music, by the way.
Now you know how I feel when you put fucking like
Coconut Mall.
Coconut Mall and Rainbow Road over my trauma. Karma.
So, thought here. What if Vina and I go to your vault and stuff as much shit into my bag as we can?
Vina, go ahead and roll me an intelligence check.
Just like a straight intelligence check or an intelligence?
Straight intelligence check.
So a good old +1, you guys. Should I roll the big old chopper dice?
Yeah, I'm gonna say
Yeah.
Caligus, go ahead and give me an intelligence check too.
Ooh, that's a 19.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Flat intelligence, 23.
Okay. With a 19 and 23, both of you putting your heads together,
Well, can we ask the Birth for help? It'll be within the city.
you might be able to. However, Vina, accessing this vault is not a simple task and would require you to access a house in the High City that already has a significant amount of defenses. Additionally, you know that you have received messages trying to bait you into meetings with your family who you now know is all massacred. So somebody is actively trying to kill you and any other changeling or anybody who would take that deal. Calgus, just on a practical level, y'all just like summoned a giant pyramid, broke several penthouses in the palace. That area is going to be crawling in fucking guards.
I have another important follow-up question. I know the underground tunnels pretty damn well.
Correct.
They don't.
That's true.
Thought.
Well, but does he now have guards that do? Because he is also from the Underdark.
I was gonna say guards. The new guards.
They can fuck off, though.
Okay, but you can't just say that and they disappear. Like,
I have a revolver on my hip that says otherwise.
And I can.
my guy, you're
I
not using the revolver for that.
I can also disguise
I have two
myself
other
as
ones.
someone who is found in the Underdark. You know what I mean? Like I can.
But other
look
change, like they're on their lookout for change on stuff.
Sure. What I will say is you guys come to the conclusion that it's a very high risk scenario right now.
Uh-huh.
If you wait some time, it might go down in risk.
Drew, come
Okay.
back later.
We wait. We
Yeah,
wait.
But some of those magic items could be quite useful, Vina. Especially because
Sure they
you
will.
don't know everything that's in that vault.
True.
Are there magical ores in there that I can make magic shit for us?
This is the first Chelsea is hearing about the vault. Vina knew about the vault. Chelsea didn't know about the vault. So
Could we put Vina in a bag of holding?
Huh?
And I can just blow wind into there for her?
why do I need to go in the bag of holding?
She's
So they don't see you.
Oh.
We're all wanted.
But, like,
Yeah.
specifically her. You know, like,
He really
She'll-
didn't like me. By the
Like,
way.
That's true.
it's not only the guards that Vina's worrying about, it's the others trying to actively kill her and bait her in. Like,
That's also the guards, though. Well, not the guards directly, but with the guards.
I said not only the guards, but also this. Like, it's two things, but at least that would
Wait
somewhat.
a minute.
I just don't think we
What?
can get there, though.
Yeah.
Did I get a
Well, we know-
sense of like when the other members of my family died? Because last I knew, when I was talking to one of my father's dudes.
Yeah. So Vina, it's a very good question. The images, with your history check and the images shown, the images appeared to be one after another, indicating simultaneous killing.
Fuck.
So this somehow missed you.
Or
Probably 'cause you're
I was already gone
Yeah.
because I had to leave.
Vina wasn't in the place Vina was supposed to be in.
Yeah.
Vina hasn't been back to her house for quite some time.
Mhm.
I was there, though.
Yeah.
What do you mean you were there?
Remember when after the deal with the devil, I got transported to your safe house?
Mm-hmm. Briefly.
But that's not my house. And that's not where they were killed.
That was a safe house, to be fair.
Yeah.
There. Okay.
So my question is, who did I talk to? Did I talk to the person I was thinking it was, and he was just unaware that they were all dead and they were stand-ins?
Or he was in on it and sold them out.
Ooh.
Fucker.
Yeah, I feel
How
like...
did he know the secret signs?
Burin Bud, is there anything you want to ask the sentient fire?
Sorry, I was on the phone for a little bit, so
You're,
I'm gonna
you're
go
okay.
get a snack. I'll
Do
be
so.
back.
You do that.
I mean, I don't think I have anything.
Okie
specific
doke.
right now.
Yeah, I think I'm good. Ooh, how many times can I use the portal that the Hydra drops?
Just one.
Ah, shit.
It can stay open for an indefinite period of time, however. Hence why you might need it to create your pocket dimension.
Mm-hmm. I just don't think we can kill a Hydra.
I would probably agree with you on that one.
I don't
Well,
think. Yeah, I don't
not
think
right
we're at a
now.
point.
Nope,
Yeah.
not there.
But if I could make an entire pocket dimension for us to be safe in,
Hang on.
Mm-hmm.
What about our Green Knight camp?
I forgot that's a thing.
Wasn't
Still-
that like its own little pocket dimension? Question mark.
Wasn't a pocket dimension. It was more like consecrated ground type of deal, like safe space.
Just a thought.
I think at the end of the day, weirdly enough, I think the Great Dungeon is our safest choice.
Which is that is a really strange sentence, but I think you're right.
And it buys us time to train Artie.
Is this just Mason's way of freaking getting us to go to the dungeon because you've said, nah, we're not ready for the dungeon yet. Motherfuckers, I'm gonna make you go to the fucking dungeon.
I'm very, very clear right now. Y'all have options.
Also, do we need a skyship to get there?
So, Mason, you gave us
Mhm.
options.
Yeah.
Shit, and more shit.
Yep.
Pick the
We-
shiniest of the turds.
Can I ask him about Pirate Mommy? Not just because I want to know where she is and if she's alive, but because I think she can help us get to the dungeon. She's
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
not
Yeah.
just.
Sure.
You want to go to her
Mhm.
dungeon.
Yep.
Yeah. You wanna,
You
Hey,
want
my family just died. Leave me
you wanna
alone.
make some
Actually,
comfort.
they
Don't say
didn't.
that
They
ever
didn't.
again.
I just found out.
Don't stop. You guys have taken it too far.
All right. You ask about Valencia. As you ask that, you hear the fire chuckle a little bit and go, many a song have been sung about Miss Stormbringer. Additionally, many still are. You see a broken airship with a crew that looks rather ragged, patchy beards, ripped clothing, and you see Valencia Stormbringer talking to her crew, kind of still in her captain's uniform, looking a little patched, raggedy. You can see there have been places where she's ripped off captain's uniforms, and you see them like bandaged on certain parts of the crew. But it seems like they're having a rowdy time in front of the fire, lifting ale, and in the background you hear a howl, and you just watch Valencia's face, very detailed, and there's just a flash of fear as she starts pointing and giving orders, and you see spears start to be like thrown out of like the portcullises of the ship, and just suddenly like everything, like the drinking and everything, stops as the small figures run around the ship and start arming themselves.
Are they being attacked by a wyvern?
So what you heard was a howl.
Oh, howl. I heard growl.
Ow!
Correct. A howl from the darkness that seems to
Alright.
shake the very trees.
What direction did their ship go down in?
To the north.
Is that the direction?
They're
Is that
fighting
where's the dungeon?
they're fighting the werewolf. They're fighting the werewolf.
I was gonna
say- I was gonna say-
I thought we-
werewolf.
Didn't we come from the north?
We did. Oh no, that's where Dick is. And they're a
I'll show
big
you.
Awu. They're fighting the
But there
werewolf.
weren't actually werewolves though.
The other story about the werewolf with the
Remember-
hardened skin, so I can make the
With
pocket
the
dimension.
portal and the bag of holding.
Oh.
Additionally, there was lycanthropy used, but it
Mhm.
never came out where the lycanthropy was from.
I think that might be a good bet if we go back to Dick. What? Everything starts with Dick. Is that a problem, or begins and ends with Dick? I don't see what the problem is here.
Fuck around with Dick and maybe
That's
find Pirate
life.
Mommy.
The game
Yeah.
feels sick, it's
No.
Sometimes it's hard, and
Stop talking.
people come and go from
immediately.
Dick. It just really is.
I need you to stop talking immediately.
This is the way.
You have to
No.
go to Dick so Chelsea can get to the dungeon. I understand.
Dungeons and dicks.
Diners and drive-ins and dungeons and diners and dicks and dungeons.
Do we need to be scared
Um,
about?
As those last couple of images come through, you hear the fire go. It's been a long time since a fire has burned on the Stormbringer.
I know not what has become of Valencia, but
Does this mean we can talk to you through any fight?
unfortunately not. I see through many, but all fire is too much. Anywhere that might be considered a home or a safe haven. I can be contacted, but I'm not strong enough to speak back.
So there has to be a live, laugh, love sign.
Yes,
I'll
yes,
welcome
yes,
that.
Corinne, there
Okay.
does have to be a live laugh
Okay.
love sign.
Cool.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Not the live, laugh, love.
Do we know whatever happened to the beast that attacked us in the mansion? Is that still just the?
Mm. It
Oh, the
was
lesbian?
yeah. It was
The
The
lesbian.
other
other bitch.
tiefling.
Yeah, it was the
Yeah.
lesbian. She
Yeah.
turned into the big beast.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But then we saw
saw
her.
we saw
Direction
her.
is she?
We saw her when we were being walked.
When we were being
Mhm.
walked, yep.
Oh,
direction?
yeah.
Damn lesbians.
God damn it, lesbian.
Let's go, lesbians.
Let's go,
Actually,
lesbian.
it's just lesbian now.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
True.
So the
Oof.
party has been presented with multiple options. There is the Great Dungeon to the east. There is Valencia Stormbringer potentially to the north. There is farther north rumor of a Great Dungeon, but you guys don't know whereabouts. And it is a big continent. Furthermore, you guys could just like fuck off in any direction should you so choose. There is Vina's family's vault. And
I'll hold off on that one for now.
of course, perhaps some Feywild interest additionally.
There is
Oh,
still
not,
that.
not Feywild. What if?
What do you mean, no Feywild?
To mention nothing of Kurin's quest.
I think mine kind of ties in with everything that's happening. I feel like.
Oh yeah.
What if we went north to Valencia? We kill the werewolf. I skin the werewolf. We fix the ship. Fly the ship. Or I shouldn't say we. I fix the ship. And then we fly it to the dungeon.
Don't
Wait, I have a-
underestimate Pirate Mommy like that. She can
I have-
help.
Well, she's
I have
not in we right now.
Oh, I need to look at something quick. Because
That's my thoughts. Otherwise, we just go straight to the Great Dungeon.
I could be very stupid.
Could be.
Where's your background?
I may be stupid. It's not here. Mason, where's the map? Oh, there it is. So, okay, I have a question.
Mhm.
You mentioned Merryweather not being able to leave Manos, correct?
Correct.
I have a question then.
Mhm.
Didn't he pick us up all the way from the north?
When we got back into Manos.
Within the city limits.
Okay, because I thought he was like, you can't go any farther north, really. Because I could have sworn I remembered that.
Not in the city of Menos. You couldn't.
Okay,
He can't.
So,
go
like,
any farther north.
that
Yeah.
makes sense. Okay.
Like Menos is like 3 days like travel on foot across in all directions.
Okay. I just
So-
wanted to double check that because I wasn't entirely sure if that was like part of Menos or not.
Yep, you were in like the far north, a very poor section. So it was very odd that he found you. But given some of
Okay.
the information you
Given
found
the information
recently-
now.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. I just wanted to double check that quick. I say pirate mommy.
More
That's
allies
probably the
couldn't
best.
hurt.
Pirate Mommy.
Yeah. I say that's best bet here.
I mean, you already know Vina's on board. But
Well, obviously.
I think we should ask Artie as well. And Ren. Not Ren. That's
Ninth.
Ninth. Thank you. Jesus. Ren is
Um
me.
Vina.
yeah.
Ninth will kind of look at Vina. Additionally, what you guys remember is Ninth also had a vision.
Oh,
where
I
Artie
forgot that
died.
she had a vision. We need to talk to her about that.
Yep. And that is quickly coming up because she said 3 weeks and it's already been a couple of days. But yeah, you guys can easily start venturing north should you choose to. Ninth is on board, and Artie will just kind of shrug and be like, I don't have anywhere to go, so I'll follow you.
I'm gonna message Ninth because I'm assuming she doesn't want to say it in front of Artie.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely not.
So I'm gonna message her telepathically. Did anything change with your vision?
So the short answer is no. Remember what Ninth had said was like the future is a kaleidoscope, but there are points that cannot change. And that point was, and that's why she was so freaked out and trying to like desperately change it. So you just hear no, kind of a very sad, resigned.
Did any of the context change? Anything that can help us with our decision?
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Unfor-
Like you said, like the point, and but then there's like.
Correct. There wasn't a lot of context. It was literally just Artie dying.
But like it was specifically with a sword. That hasn't changed though.
No, that has not changed.
I'll ask Ninth if she has any input on where we go first.
Ninth will shrug and be like, if we can get a skyship, the mobility is going to make it very hard for anybody to find us. Additionally, having a pirate crew in our debt might not be such a bad thing.
All right. I say that's where we go then.
Alrighty. You guys begin the trek northward.
I'm gonna give Artie my wand.
Oh.
My arcane focus.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you
He'll take it.
Okay.
What's wrong with giving my arcane focus?
I'm just saying, hang on. One thing I will say is if that like unlocks something, he may become like a magical beacon, essentially.
I think he's already a magical beacon.
But I mean, little pocket flashlight, or those keychain ones compared to like, the insane
beacon?
ones. Yeah, like.
I don't think
Just a thought. Can we wait until we're outside of the city? But he could be, maybe, if it, like... What if it unlocks this huge ass, like, power and it's, like, essentially... I don't know. I just have...
And he kicks ass.
But he also doesn't... I'm just saying, can we wait until we're outside the city limits first?
Oh, I thought we were.
No, we were...
No,
I
we're
didn't
talking
think
to
we
the
were.
fire.
Mason said we make our way northward.
Well, yeah, but I figured we don't just teleport to the end of the city.
I figure we're still in meta.
So I was working on my narration. But yes, if you want to wait to give Artie the wand until you're outside the city, that is an option.
Yes.
Okay.
And
I just think that might be best.
We should talk about it. Do we want him to be mage, or do we want him to be... Or do we want to train him on sword?
Why not?
I mean, why can't a mage be a leader?
He's... Oh, he's not technically... elvish, is he?
You're muted.
Sorry. I'm gonna say as you guys are traveling, you're having this discussion on what Artie should be.
Artie, what do you want to be?
What are you gonna be when you grow up?
I'm gonna say as you guys kind of crest the outskirts of the city limits, Artie is going to approach Bud and Kurin.
as they're sitting by the fire by themselves. And he'll kind of look at both of you, balling his fist, and he'll be like, I want you to train me how to fight.
I'm gonna look at him and be like, oh, I thought you'd never ask.
Don't we need to hone this magic though?
you see as Artie is looking back before, like, between Bud and Kurin, like, he kind of, like, starts, like, launching into this speech, and he just, like, fizzles out when you're like, I thought you'd never ask, and he's just like, oh. I just had to ask?
Artie, I was a pit fighter. What else do you expect?
Bud, are you okay with that? I also respect your prowess.
I'm fine with you being taught, but it's not gonna be by me.
Why not? You two are the strongest fighters here.
I'm not quite a fighter in that sense, but you'll be fine, kid.
Oh, Artie does look a slight bit dejected.
Oh! Look what you did!
But he is excited to learn Kurin. You guys start your northward journey. If you do want to give him a spellcasting focus, you're more than welcome to. But it seems like Artie's kind of cast his lot in with as a fighter.
I'm thinking like paladin-esque. This is
Yeah.
That'd be
because he's consecrated ground.
Okay.
But
do you
also
Can
wanna-
I
like
suggest to him? Like, I know you want to be a fighter. You absolutely can be a fighter. Do you mind if I work with you to try to incorporate some of your innate magical abilities into your fighting?
Yeah, I suppose. Bina, go ahead and roll me an insight check, as you have kind of grilled Artie about some stuff before.
Insight, you say?
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be an unnatural 20.
With a mod 20, Vina, Artie's, there's still kind of a chilliness between Ninth and Artie, kind of from what has happened, like, between them, like, the ignoring, as Ninth was literally going out and just murdering people. But that hasn't stopped, like, the side glances, and, like, Artie is absolutely infatuated with Ninth. Additionally, he asked your group's 2 strongest fighters to teach him. His main goal is to protect Ninth. So he wanted Bud's skill, Kurin's strength, and he wants to be a fighter, like on the front lines. But he is receptive to incorporating magic into his stuff, and will train under you and Cavligus as well.
It'll make
Also-
you even stronger.
and as I for lack of better term, being a holy man, loosely, I would want to teach you to have your faith behind your fighting.
All
Faith
right.
in anything can help.
Alrighty, sounds good. So there is going to be a wee bit of travel going on here. So, in your guys' downtime, essentially what I'm going to say is if you guys want to train Artie, the more people training Artie, the faster Artie is going to develop. But it's still going to be a time before he's ready to defeat anyone. Additionally, if there's anything you guys want to do as you travel, this is an option for like one big thing with that downtime.
I don't have anything.
What would I need for wings again, Brandon?
A lot.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah.
We need a lightweight metal. We'd probably need mithril. A lot of it. I would need to convert the lightweight vest I made for the shoulder launcher for Bud that we kind of scrapped the idea for. Convert that for you. And time to do it. And I need to figure out the gear mechanism, how you do it. yourself if you have to do it by hand, or you could, if I could figure out a way how your muscles work on your back. If I could integrate it with
Okay.
magic so you can do it mentally. There's a lot of steps and a lot of workshop I would need.
Okay. I won't worry about that right now then. Is there anything I'd be able to help Artie train with? I'm not like a frontliner, I don't have magic, but is there anything?
You're still combat focused. Like Artie
Yeah.
would like. It'd be very simple to like Kurin trains Artie's like strength and like durability and straight on fighting, but you could train Artie in like speed, dexterity.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll absolutely do that.
Yeah, I'll teach him not necessarily religion, but faith stuff.
Sure.
Just in case his magic is based in like if it's holy magic or if it's just innate, like sorcerer.
And is the training counting as that one big thing, or is there one big thing outside of training Artie?
The training is the one big thing.
Okay, I'm
Artie
fine
does
with
not
that.
necessarily need all of you to train him, but might not
The
be a
more
bad
the
idea.
better.
Yeah.
Guys, I should have asked the fire if they knew about Artie's parents
Oh,
Fuck, what were we thinking?
and why he was the way he was.
that would have been good. Yeah, that would have been a good idea.
Mason's awfully quiet now.
Yeah, I am awfully quiet.
He's looking at something.
But yeah, I would like to.
So we
train Artie as
can't.
well.
No, it's too late. It's too late.
Are you gonna try to retcon? that?
Yeah. I was.
Okay. So what I'm gonna say, as you ask about Artie's parentage,
And ask, and like how, like why.
sure.
Yeah.
As the fire burns, you kind of hear it pause, and be like, "Understand, I am not trying to be cryptic, but there are some hearths that do not belong in homes, and there are some stories that do not see the light of day. I do not know Artie's parentage. The significance of this being, a god of hearth and home does not know Artie's.
Yeah, that's
He doesn't know the story.
Correct.
really fucking weird.
Alrighty. You guys travel. I'm gonna make some rolls for Artie, but
Oh.
I'm gonna need the party to roll me a perception check as about a week or two passes. At this point, you guys are pretty well versed in moving through the jungles of Kenor, avoiding some of the larger creatures, some of the dumber things.
Oh wait, I typoed that. My bad. That's not supposed to be a 1. There we go.
Nice.
That makes a big difference.
Jesus Christ. All right. Kurin, with that your perception and your status of Knight of the Green, you're able to largely avoid all the plant and the fauna that would cause any problems. Additionally, with your guys' rolls, you're able to avoid some of the larger monsters that might potentially attack your group. But by and large, the jungles at this point are kind of becoming a second home as you guys have navigated them quite well in the past. You guys passed the goblin village of Dick, now starting to become overrun by ferns and foliage. You guys go down that very familiar valley through the goblin village of Dick, out on the other side, which is more northward than you've been in than you've ever been actually. go out of the valley, back into the jungle. And with a fucking 27 perception, Iris, you find a small piece of wooden debris that looks like it's from a ship. You guys press forward a couple more days, and you find the broken form of the Stormbringer, a massive airship that's double-decked with 3 sets of arcane sails that's been cracked in half like an egg. On the deck of the Stormbringer, you see multiple bodies fallen, dried blood scattered everywhere, broken weapons, a couple of arcane cannons that look to be burnt out. Additionally, with everybody else's rolls, you guys do not find Valencia Stormbringer, but you do see drag marks going into the jungle.
Can I? Because perception sucks.
Sure.
So, could I make potentially like an insight check into trying to think like Valencia and where she may have fled to? I mean, I guess if we see drag marks, but you know what I mean, like to kind of
Sure.
parse out a little better.
Yeah. Okay.
Where people have gone.
I'm gonna say that's gonna be an insight check.
That's what I mean. Did I say
Okay.
something else?
Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. I was working.
Okay.
on
I think you said
reading something
insight.
Okay, I meant insight.
I have a very important question.
else. Okay. What's up?
Can I fit a cannon in my bag?
Yeah, I think you can.
And then, would it be
Um,
possible for me to transfer my infusion of repeating shot onto it?
So, yes. Yes. However, the cannon is about 400 pounds.
I got nothing in my bag right. I got nothing in my bag right now.
Okay. It does
Do we
take
take
an
the
action.
papers out?
I believe it takes an action to turn your bag
It was
inside out.
complicated.
Yes.
But, yep, just keep in mind that is the case. But yeah, you can transfer your repeating shot onto the cannon.
I rolled a 24 insight, by the way.
20. Holy fuck! All right.
I rolled a
Um,
19. I'm telling you, this
I rolled a
Um,
19
guy right here. This bad boy.
This bad boy.
So, with a 19 or a Jesus Christ, with what
24.
you rolled, 24. Thank you,
Mhm.
my brain. With a 24, Valencia, for all her great qualities, and there are many, one of her less admirable qualities is the fact she wouldn't. You get the feeling she'd never be taken alive willingly. But as you roll an insight check, you notice that, like, the bloodstains and stuff, like, there's also, like, claw marks all over this ship. And there's obviously been a terrible fight that's occurred here. Valencia, if she was gonna die, would do it surrounded by gunpowder, blood, and blades. And no such final resting place appears. There just seems to be multiple crew members dead.
I swear to God. She was turned into a werewolf? We have to kill her? And Mason adds more to my tragic backstory? I'm gonna
You
lose
could
my
become a
shit.
vampire. You can become a vampire and make this Twilight, baby.
2 characters in 2 campaigns back to back becoming a vampire?
Mason would never.
Never.
Get that shading grin off your face, I swear to God.
I don't know what you're talking about.
If Artie isn't ready enough to fight yet, is he ready enough to shoot a cannon?
Do you want to? Yeah. I'll say Artie can probably quickly learn how to shoot a cannon.
And you
should
said it's an
use-
arcane cannon, right?
It is an arcane cannon.
Is there any chance for like a misfire of sorts that would cause harm? Okay, just making
Oh.
sure, because
Oh yeah.
that is.
Hey, he's
What's
developed
probably-
explosives before, though. He's literally developed explosives.
He's
Gotta have
developed
some
explosives.
sort of competency, right?
Well, he's competent, but when it comes to Mason rolling for him, how has that worked out?
So arcane cannons also don't have the load mechanic, so they have to recharge for 5 minutes after it shoots once. I will not.
You know that for sure.
I'm reading it right now.
Is Artie just the embodiment
what he
of
gave you?
Mason's clumsiness?
Gosh.
Brand, this is unfortunately a homebrewed arcane cannon. So
Okay, I will remove this arcane cannon.
Mason, I
didn't
have an
even fucking
important
hear it.
question.
what's up?
Is Artie the embodiment of your, as in Mason's clumsiness? Is this like one of the, you know how Brendan Lee Mulligan talked about how like his one character
Hey,
is like a
no,
doorway
this
into
is
his,
this is
into
just how
his
this is
self?
just how life is. Okay, I don't know why we're psychoanalyzing it so much.
She has a minor
Yeah, I
in
just find out-
psychology.
I sure do.
She's gonna psychoanalyze.
Alrighty. So, a couple of things. So, with your guys' great perception rolls, with Curran's natural ability in the woods, with Nathan's ability as a hunter, it seems like people were captured alive from this conflict and taken into the woods. The amount of crew members who are here are not enough to constitute an entire crew. Additionally, typically you don't take people who are dead. So, what would you guys like to do? The drag marks stretch on at the jungle, and there appears, to be a lot of them.
Do we want to be stealthy and approach it?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Pass without a trace, Kyle?
So he wants
Well,
to
that
do-
only lasts how
for
long?
an hour.
An hour. Yeah.
But if this happened,
Yeah,
like
I
it
feel like this
happened at
happened a long time
least
ago.
in the time that we were traveling,
Mm-hmm.
and so who knows how far away, you know. So
But
like
also,
I say,
if we
I
are
say
like
we,
far out.
I say we go carefully,
Yeah, we have
and at
to
the first sign that
get
we're getting
closer
closer,
Yeah.
then we task pass without a trace.
Okay.
Can
Fair.
I do
I like that.
survival or some sort of check to see how fresh the drag marks are?
Yes, you may.
Ooh. That's good. I like that.
Survival then?
Would you like to
16.
roll on the point?
16. Calgus, these drag marks are probably not actually terribly old. With a 16, it looks like you're talking maybe a week, 2 weeks.
Not that old. Weeks to 2 weeks.
That's. Yeah, that's. I was thinking it's gonna be like a day, 2 days, maybe a couple hours.
No. So, most likely this happened either probably as you guys came back from the city of Dick. So, for the first time. It's kind of the vibe you're getting, time-wise.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I think we'll make our way kind of carefully, and then we cast the trace once we feel we're closer.
Yep.
Okay.
I agree.
No
Corin,
problem.
go first.
What?
You guys moving stealthily through the woods takes a little bit of extra time.
That's fine.
You guys make it to a giant part of the forest where suddenly the jungle gives way, and there's just rocky outcropping and gray boulders and rocky floor. And in the middle of it, there is a giant hole that spans about 100 feet across in both directions.
Ish big.
Big hole.
And it looks to go down into the ground at an angle. Kurin, you want to give me a nature check?
I sure fucking would. Oh, 23.
23. With a 23, 3. For a moment, you're thinking landslide, but the angle, this is a den.
Log.
Don't say pog to that.
I have a very important question.
Mhm.
Vina, you still have a wand of moonbeam.
Oh yeah, I do.
Booby.
Kind of forgot about that.
And they're gonna have to leave eventually. Now, I'm not saying that they don't have different exits, but if they're not expecting us, just a thought.
True.
Also, Mason,
Mhm.
might be a weird question, but what way is the wind blowing?
So right now, you are currently upwind of the den.
Good.
Oh, okay.
That means the wind's pushing from the den to us, correct?
Correct.
That's a good thing. Yeah.
Nice.
That's
Smell
good.
it.
I
What is
think we
wrong
s-
with you?
I think we
It's a
said
Harrow callback.
it's a hair.
Yeah, that
Got
is a Hairbo's callback. That's
Okay.
I think we
that's-
sit and we wait and ambush whatever comes out.
What if it happens to be Pirate Mommy? We don't know. They
If
guess we
she's
have
a
to kill her
werewolf,
anyways.
she's
We have to
dying.
kill her. Yeah, fair.
So
Well, here's a
Just add to my tragic facts.
I was gonna say, is Vina willing to kill her if she's a werewolf?
Algus is.
Well, we'll find out.
Alrighty.
Well, if the moonbeam's coming into play, like that would be,
We'll find out.
Basically,
Basically, all I'm saying is, like, Vina will say in this moment that, like, yes.
but when it comes down to it,
But
that
when
could
it
change
comes down
things.
to it, yeah.
If you're actually faced with it, that changes.
Probably gonna
yeah.
come down to a roll. Is player to player is gonna come down to a roll. Is probably what it's like. Basically,
Fair.
like persuasion on herself. Question
So-
mark.
Oh. Yeah, I can see that.
So you guys go ahead
Constitution.
and roll me a stealth check. Go ahead and activate Curran's pass. Or so are you? I should ask. So the stealth check, roll me a stealth check. Are you going into the den or are you camping outside of it and setting an ambush?
We are
I-
camping
Camping.
outside.
Yeah.
And
Correct?
that's
All of you roll,
natural 20.
all of me roll the stealth check. I assume Curran with pass without trace as well.
What time of day is like we don't know when.
Sure. Right now
Or
it's,
if
it's
shit's gonna
currently
come out,
dusk.
yeah.
The sun's pretty low in the sky.
Okay, then
It's
yeah,
getting real low.
yeah.
Correct. I need to go to the restroom real quick. I'll be right back.
So,
Uh,
Mika, I'm assuming that's actually a 41.
41,
then, with pass
because
without
you
a
didn't-
trace.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
pass.
that was okay. Yeah.
That's
Which
is-
actually
Okay.
funny.
We see the
Which
slits
is
of your eyes
stupid.
now.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
Huh?
That's it.
The slits of your eyes are
Before-
all that show.
Before you guys
It's a
tell me to add pass without a trace, I did.
Oof.
Yikers.
I think I set Artie up
Classic.
on a rock with an arcane cannon.
Hidden
Yeah.
rock though, right?
Yeah, but he has the
Hmm?
high ground with the repeating shot arcane cannon.
Over Anakin.
I was just gonna say, Anakin, I have the high.
No, not this. Me rolling a 41 and like max with all things. That's stupid. That is stupid.
Mm-hmm. Also, welcome to the new person in chat.
Yes, welcome.
no, you are not welcome.
Nathan, fuck off.
Stop.
Ignore him.
We don't listen to things he says.
Until it's like we won't be paying attention. And also, we just hear dick joke, and then that's it. Except for I was making all the dick jokes earlier, so.
I also
Those are
called
so
out
stupid. The god of
like a major
hospitality, you
story
did.
element. Yes.
You
last
did.
session.
When you said that and I saw Mason's face briefly change, like.
I want to see that now. I want to go back to the previous session.
Alrighty. So, ambush. Let's look at these rolls.
Wait, what is
I
your?
think we did well.
What's your stealth modifier, Kyle?
He's dead.
I
Okay.
was grabbing a snack.
What's your stealth modifier?
+2.
You rolled a
So I-
3.
So I rolled a 3 +2 plus
My-
10 from past the trace.
My stealth modifier is also +2.
Get on the
I'm a
+11
strength and
train.
con
Come
based
on.
class, okay?
Holy fuck. Okay.
I want to put Artie on a
41
rock with the fucking repeating shot arcane cannon. That is all.
Okay.
That 41's
I want
looking
that man
real
to have the
sweet.
high ground, fucking raining hellfire down. That's all I would like to say.
Alrighty. You guys do so. You set an ambush around this giant hole. Ardeana's arcane cannon. And you guys wait. Now we're good. Yes,
I'll have to hold action to cast Bless.
for sure.
Hashtag
Essentially,
bless.
with your guys' stealth rolls, if anything comes out, you will get a surprise round on it. An hour goes by. 2 hours go by.
No.
3 hours go by.
Oh.
About at the 3 hour mark, it's about 10 p.m. The night has re-enveloped the jungle. The sound of cicadas and insects buzzing in the jungle foliage, cries and creaks of dinosaurs, echoing. You guys hear unmistakably screaming from deep in the tunnel. And then suddenly the screaming stops, cut short.
Do I recognize them?
It was a male voice.
Oh, okay. I was about to say a sentence that could be taken.
Oh,
'Cause I
because
was-
the scream. Oh, I
Oh.
understand. Be the black name. Thank
Okay.
God, it
Is it a familiar
understood.
Okay.
Is it a I feel like
Chelsea.
she wasn't the one
What?
screaming.
We can
I
all
feel like
only get
you were the
so
one
horny
screaming.
while we're screaming, okay? Let's.
She was not the one screaming. Let's be very real here.
Anyway, but
Say
yes,
it
there's a male.
wasn't both of us.
Fair.
The faint voice of a man screaming, and then suddenly cut short. Another hour goes by. Corinne and Bud, give me nature checks real quick. Bud, if you want to give me like a survival check, you could do that too.
And I also use survival because my survival's way better.
Yeah, sure, that's fine.
Cool. I rolled a 26.
26. All right.
18.
18. 26. Current in nature, wolves aren't known for. They're pack hunters. They kill what they eat. But what you saw on that ship was significantly less bodies than there should have been. And there were a lot of drag marks leading away from the ship, albeit giant drag marks. There were a significant amount of them. On a practical level, if you have everything you need to survive for long periods of time, why leave? Kurin, with that in that same school of thought, wolves do not do that naturally. So there's the potential you are dealing with something much more intelligent than your average wolf.
Woohoo.
It's the biggin.
Yeah. It'd be fun.
As midnight creeps around, you guys have heard no movement from the mouth of the tunnel. And the dark, kind of inky void stretches on forever.
I think we got. Do we go?
Eh, Probably. I don't want to, but
I mean, do we
probably.
want to go wait till day, because it has dark vision anyways?
So here's my school of thought. I was hoping I was gonna ask this once if we got into combat there. Um, since we went from like dusk to midnight, is it safe to assume that us without dark vision can like reasonably see?
You without dark vision can reasonably see. So are you saying
Okay.
like,
You know, if you're out at night, you've been out for long enough, you know, that
so
like you can't see super well, but
sure,
I
like
mean,
10 feet in front of you, as your eyes have kind of adjusted to this, like not that crazy. But like past that, it's really hard to make things out, like
Yeah.
beyond shapes.
So where I'm going with that is if we wait until dawn, I feel like we're just gonna be fucked harder, but maybe I can somehow make it through without dark vision.
What does the party think?
Hmm,
I'm getting scared.
I mean, I have dark vision. So
Sorry,
I'm not too
sorry.
worried. I know. And I do have a wand of moonbeam. So
But we have to go inside though, because
My issue with what about
do you
Artie?
have to be outside for a moonbeam?
no.
No.
But what about Artie?
What about him?
We really shouldn't bring him with us, and leaving him there by himself isn't the greatest idea either.
He's not by
But he
himself.
has a cannon.
And he also has
That
wind.
doesn't. Yes, I know, but my worry is like someone coming from like behind or some shit. Like, I'm worried.
Ninth is a fucking badass. So
That's true.
Only way
I
to
don't know.
protect him is if he's with us.
what if I could I hang on? Let me read something here.
Secondary important question, Mason.
Yep.
You know how the Mandalorians have back rockets? And I stick the cannon out of my bag and bend over and let Artie shoot it off of my back.
Hey, yo.
I mean that's an option. Understand the cannon still has recoil.
I know.
I'm gonna say like you're gonna fucking kill yourself doing that.
Additionally, if that cannon does not clear your head, the concussive wave.
It's fine. It's fine.
I mean, hypothetically, yes, you could do this thing.
Not a good idea.
Could I use minor illusion to create? Now, keep in mind, this person would have to be under 5 feet tall because minor illusion is only a 5-foot cube. No, it doesn't have to be you, Mika.
True. True.
Create an illusion, and I would. Oh shoot, but it wouldn't have sound because it's either visual or sound.
I
I can make sound.
You can add sound.
I can
Okay,
make
cool.
I can make sound too. I can make like a creature of some sort, like a
Shit.
small creature.
Oh, you can just do a
To, like,
full
create the-
creature.
No, I can make the sound of one. Which,
yeah,
but
yeah.
if they're there, they won't be able to know if it's
Or
an
a
actual thing
person.
or not. They're underground.
Let's
Yeah,
do a person. I'm gonna have a little like a person. I want to have the person like wander into the den, like saying, like,
I can record a
Hello?
6-second message.
"I'm lost. Can someone help me?" That's not, you can say that under 6 seconds, right?
Yeah.
I'd say so.
And then
This is so
wait, but
good.
my illusion can't cover it can't hold the stone though.
I can just roll a ball bearing down with it.
Okay.
All right. So to be very clear, we're gonna
just
you're
to test the waters, essentially. That's what we're doing.
okay.
Well,
How
no.
far do you?
The thing is, if we do that, they know we're here. Where if we
True.
sneak down there, we just have the jump.
Maybe we should just sneak down there, huh?
The question is when? Now or in the morning?
It's already been this long.
So it's
I'm
been a
scared
while.
that if we wait any longer, more of the crew is gonna die and we're gonna have less people for the ship.
Could we do nature? Like, when do they sleep?
No nature check needed. Having Kurin and Bud, wolves are nocturnal typically, so.
But yeah, waiting is also.
But something I will also say is, if you decide to wait, you guys have been traveling all day. You're at midnight right now. We're very near the point where if you don't sleep for like the next couple of hours.
Exhaustion.
Correct.
But a fight
I think-
won't take more than a couple hours.
You don't know
know
that.
how deep this thing goes.
We don't know
Well,
that.
Can we, from the scream, can we get a little bit of idea as far as how far that echoed? from?
Sure. It was very faint, but go ahead and roll me an intelligence check.
Good old +1. Let's go. Ooh, rolled an 18, so 19.
Okay. 19. And also go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw.
Ah, fuck.
Oh.
We love that for me.
This is your second wisdom saving throw of
It
this session
is.
alone.
And the first
be
one I then
wise.
decided to fail on purpose.
Which, you know, is
Ooh.
for the good.
So that's a 19.
Okay. So that cry was incredibly faint. So, and it was very echoey and hollow. So most likely, whatever it is deep, 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 deep down.
We should rest.
For a moment, you had kind of like a panging of, what if Valencia is the next one to be killed?
Ah, okay.
But your rationale wins out. You don't do her any good if you die.
We should rest. Because not only will we then not risk exhaustion, but also sleeping, we might be able to potentially. We don't.
Burin, you rolled above a 20 for your.
Yeah.
Okay.
My survival, yeah.
Yeah. That also, an average wolf has a hunting ground of like 150-mile radius.
Mm-hmm.
So, what would a giant wolf have?
Yeah.
Furthermore, what is a safe place to camp in a giant wolf's territory?
Right by its den.
Nowhere.
Right? Like, no other shit is gonna come at us. Right? If we assume that the giant wolves have what they need for now.
Or in the trees.
Do you want to speak Vietnamese in the trees?
Trees speak Vietnamese. No, but wouldn't sleeping in the
Vietnamese.
trees be the best?
Yeah, that's a really solid option.
Oh, thanks, Emily.
I can't fly anymore.
Shit on. You have arms and legs. Climb.
I'm not used to using them to climb.
Alrighty. So is the plan to climb up into some trees, wait till daybreak, and then venture down?
I think that might be the best.
I would say so.
Okay.
I would like to set just a couple alarms in front of the den.
Sure.
I can set one too.
Okay. You guys set a couple of alarms. I'm gonna make a couple of rolls here quick.
I want to set one by Artie. And then
I'll
Just
set one
in
of the
case.
base of my tree as well.
Okay.
so 2 den, 1 tree, 1 Artie, and then.
All right. I'm gonna say with cycling through people so people don't get exhaustion and setting guard, you guys kind of keep watch the entire night in shifts while you're probably 100 feet up in a tree. Come down in the morning. The night is largely uneventful, and you guys can make your way down
into the depths of this pit.
I'll transfer my repeating shot back to my shotgun.
Nice. I'm gonna assume we're gonna go pass without trace again.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, like once we get closer, yeah.
for sure. I'm gonna say I'm just gonna go ahead and take what I have calculated to be the average out, which is insane. But yes, Calgus.
Can we also use like Corin and Bud's survival skills and try to cover up our scents as well?
Yeah, I'll say you guys can like rub yourself with some mud and stuff prior to going into the den. It's low tech, but it should work a little bit for you. Alrighty.
My survival, fuck.
You guys creep down into the den. You creep down a series of winding, cavernous hallways that are about 60 to 80 feet wide. Just a massive burrow, crisscrossing. There's a couple of switchbacks, and then several other tunnels going every which way. It occurs to you that this is probably not the only entrance or exit. Yes.
Sorry, I just want a precaution. I'm turning my necklace backwards, just in case,
Okay.
to see
Watch your back.
behind me. I can still see in front of me too, though, right?
Correct.
Okay, just a precaution.
Get your like 180 degree vision. 90. As you guys go deeper into the tunnels, with your insane stealth scores, hate all of you. With your insane stealth scores, you find yourselves and work your way down into a massive cavern. Go ahead and open roll 20 for me if you wouldn't mind too terribly.
Okay. Keypad sticky. Hate that.
Those things.
Hmm.
Oh, wolves. Great.
I'm trying to. Mine's not loading. There we go.
You guys work your way down into a massive cavern. The ceiling of this thing is probably like 300 feet tall. There's a series of stalactite like outcroppings that look to be about 3 or 4 feet across and about 7 or 8 feet high. And there's series of stalactites that rather than growing straight up have grown into like tent-like formations. In the middle of the room, you guys see a massive wolf, about 30 feet tall, huddled up, sleeping, blood-covered fur. All around the room, you see other smaller wolves. Additionally, you see a couple of cavernous holes in the floor that seem to stretch on forever. It seems like the wolves are sleeping. They have not noticed your presence currently. What would you like to do? To be clear, these gray things, they are those stalactite formations.
And the boxes are the holes.
The boxes are the holes.
Did this wolf fucking tunnel into Great Dungeon?
Can I do like a history check on the wolf?
Sure.
I can assume this is the one from the story, correct?
Pretty safe bet. No history check required.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I know this is kind of like could we change the color of the gray circles? I can barely see them because my screen is fucked up. Like if I zoom in really close, I can see them, but from far away, I can't even. I had to zoom in to like even see what you guys were talking about.
Gotcha.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I cannot change them on mass, unfortunately.
Shit. Okay.
Here, if you, and you would have to click on each one to give me permission. So never mind.
Correct.
Here, Mika, I will start putting an X in the middle of each one if you're okay with that, Mason.
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Can I assume that?
Or I'll just do a little circle in the middle, Mika.
The reason why weapons weren't working on it is because they weren't A, silvered, or B, magical.
You're welcome to make that assumption.
Can I roll for it?
Yeah.
Am I rolling history, nature,
You can roll a history check.
history? Okay. I'm okay at this one. That's cocked. 21?
With 21, yeah, that would make sense. Magical and unsilvered weapons bouncing off. That's typically what happens when things are resistant.
Okay. Alright, how do we want to set this up, team?
Wait, are our weapons still silvered from? Okay, yeah, just making sure.
Can you
Set
see
this
those,
up.
Mika? Can you see the ones in like the top left?
Like
Starting
the
off by
red ones?
color? Yeah, the reddish brown.
Yeah, I can absolutely see those.
Okay.
Do we want to take out the smaller ones and just worry about the big one, or do we want to just pump damage in the big one first? I said we take out the smaller ones first and we spread out.
I think that would be best way to go.
But is the big one going to be able to call
More?
small ones?
That's true.
I mean, I do have wills from the grave. I can hit them. I can hit the big one and hit the other ones while doing so. At least I can hit it 3 times. I can do that. So there's at least that.
I have Moonbeam. I have my Hellhound now. Not Hellhound. My whatever.
Yeah, Shadowhound thing.
Hound of
Yeah.
Ill Omen.
Thank you.
Got you. As you guys are discussing the best course of action.
Oh, there's so many. I'm so sorry, Chelsea.
No, they're done.
I'm sorry.
No, don't worry about it.
Kurin, you watch as the wolf over here
Oh, fuck.
suddenly gets up and starts to do the whole dog thing where it puts its paws forward and like starts cracking its back, yawning. You have about 5 seconds before this thing opens its eyes. And looks forward.
I'm gonna cast Moonbeam on the big guy.
I'm gonna
Okay.
cast Bless.
Sounds good. Go ahead and roll initiative. You guys are gonna get a surprise round, but these things, yeah. If you hadn't acted as fast as you did, they would have woken up.
22 in it.
Ooh, that's-
22, isn't it?
Wait, what's your? Oh wait, I'm assuming I have 22 in it. I shit you
My
not.
dex is 3.
I'm assuming I have the highest dex here.
What's
Is that a
your
safe assumption?
number, Nathan?
Jesus.
Plus 3.
But what's your actual, like,
16.
17 or 18? 17?
16.
Oh, I have 17.
Jesus Christ, everyone.
We haven't done rollies.
Rollies, true.
Yeah, holy shit. We
Go.
22 in it.
21 in it.
21 in it.
Good job, all.
I rolled a number. Yay!
Good job.
Good job.
Kicky
Alrighty.
clack, Matt dice.
So, for the surprise round, we're gonna go Iris first.
I'll shout out first so I can bless you.
Oh. Yeah. Well, no. I should be. I should be fine. This is fine. I'm gonna. So we're hitting big bitch first.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm hitting big bitch first. I'm gonna use my wills from the grave to hit the one that's starting to open its eyes.
Okay.
So that is a 24 to hit.
A 24 will hit. Roll damage.
Okay. So, and is it sneak attack? Because it's not like.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I just want to make sure. So it's 22 damage to the big bitch. And then, for necrotic damage, that
you
one
say-
takes.
Did you say you hit Big
That's
Bitch?
22. Yeah, because we're going for big bitch.
Yeah.
I don't like that now.
As
And then
you cast
7.
Whales of the Grave.
Oh! Oh no!
Legendary action.
But the Whales from the Grave is on the small one.
Oh, is
The
it the
necrotic
small?
the necrotic
Okay.
does not hit the big bitch.
Okay, so 24 damage to the small one?
Not for more level. 7, so 22 damage to the normal, but the necrotic goes to the small one, and that's 7 damage to the small one for necrotic.
Okay. So we're just hitting the small one right
No.
No. So my Wills from the Grave hits a separate enemy. It does not. The necrotic
Correct.
damage does not
So-
affect
now. 7 damage goes to the small one, 22 damage. to the big
22 to the big one. Yes.
one. Okay. Mika, as you do this damage to the big one, you summon your Whales from the Grave. You actually completely. You watch it as the one wolf stretching, kind of like. And just falls over.
You get sneak attack too. I don't know if that applies to.
Necrotic does not apply for sneak attack. No.
Well, she already
Okay.
did the sneak attack. That's how she
Mhm.
With 22 damage, Mika, you watch as your Whales from the Grave impacts this thing, and you watch as it kind of like wakes up and like shudders in rage, and you just see its fur kind of glisten and gleam as you take 7 points of necrotic damage.
What?
As you feel a portion of your spell recoil back.
Oh, don't use that stuff, guys.
I shouldn't use,
Don't use Moonbeam. Don't use Moonbeam.
especially because I'm a shapeshifter.
Don't. No. Don't learn from my mistakes, you guys. Learn from them. Oh.
This thing is up. Calgus, it's your turn.
I'm glad it was me. I'm glad it was me.
While it's my turn, Mace, if you could make a Steel Defender for me.
You got it.
Everyone but me is blessed.
Aye.
Please do not forget that you are blessed.
Steel Defender's gonna be lucky number 7.
I beg
Listen,
you.
I have memory issues, so you know. Oh God.
Oh.
I did these.
What was that?
It's Steel Defender.
Oh,
Yeah, he's
okay,
bigger
it's
now.
So...
He's just got
the
this size now.
Brandon?
Yes, everyone but me is blessed.
Okay.
Why can't I find Steel Defender's movement speed?
Just call it your movement speed right now.
Okay. Well, Steel Defender. Perfect.
Who named him Fluffy?
I cannot move him, by the way, Mace.
Oh, Scheisse. Yep, that's me.
Was that you, Chelsea?
No, it was not me.
Controlled by. There you go.
Steel Defender is going to charge attack Fluffy.
That's just canon now. It's just Fluffy.
Okay, yeah. Let's do that. Let's call the thing Fluffy.
He's
Steel
so
Defender
fluffy,
charges.
I'm gonna die.
Go ahead and do it.
Oh, that's a nat 20.
Oh.
That'll do. Roll damage.
This is the third nat 20 of the session.
Let's go Steel Defender, and then it's
Fuck.
Oh, it's just +5 to the damage roll. And he does a D8, I believe. Let me just double check. Where is all of my Steel Defender stats? What? I have its health, but not any of its like actual. Oh, he has a 40 movement speed. All right.
Oh, nice.
And then 13 force damage.
13 force damage. So Brandon, Steel Defender runs up to this gargantuan ancient wolf, who has now been named Fluffy, and you watch as its head just impacts this thing on its head as it's kind of waking up still. That attack 100% hit. Steel Defender takes 3 points of damage, of force damage, and the wolf looks unfazed.
Hey guys, this might not be a good idea anymore. I don't know. This is...
Can we outrun a giant fucking wolf, though?
We
No.
cannot.
No, we can't.
We just got ourselves in this shitty situation.
I believe that's all I can do. Yeah, that's all I can do.
Alrighty. That is going to be, I believe, Kurin.
No, I rolled
Brad and I had the same initiative.
everyone else.
Oh, wait, Nathan, did you roll 19?
No,
He was 22.
I rolled 22.
22. Oh, son of a bitch! There were
It was
three.
the
22.
dexterity and the modifier.
God
for
damn
this-
it. All right,
My bad.
stand by. No, you're fine.
Understand the
Nico.
confusion.
Brandad, Nathan. Then we go Mina. Then okay. Alrighty, Nathan then.
Yes. Okay, I'm going to activate my Rite of the Dawn, Crimson Rite, and I am going to snipe a bitch.
Do it up.
I'm gonna... Yeah, fuck it. I'll attack Fluffy.
Alright.
Okay, here we go. 2 hits, 2 attacks. Okay, plus a D4, was it the D6? For Bless. It's D4, right?
D4.
D4.
So... That's 15 to hit.
Nice. 15 will hit.
Oh, okay.
Roll damage.
And then, yeah, the second one will definitely hit then. So, let's see. 2d6 plus 6. 10 plus. So that's 15. Okay. 18 total radiant damage.
Oh, that radiant damage is gonna bite back at you.
Sorry. Reese's Cup was fighting me.
What?
Reese's Cup was fighting me. What part of that did you not understand?
Is that on the battle map? Oh, that's what those are. That's what these are. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
God damn.
Who drew the penis? Who drew
Um,
the penis?
Nathan, as you roll 18 radiant damage, once again, you guys watch as the wolf's fur shimmers. Nathan, you take 4 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
And you watch as your spell does impact, but it doesn't do as much damage as you might hope.
Wah! Why? Do I get an inkling why?
Go ahead and roll me. Roll me a wisdom check.
Prana? Or okay, just flat wisdom.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's not quite my thing. Yeah, 6.
6. With a 6, most likely there's some sort of like magical effect this thing is doing.
No way.
But it seems like the more damage that has been done to it, like the harder the attack, the more damage it takes, and it can only deal maybe a fraction of it back. So,
Okay. Well, that's my turn.
unsurprisingly, in combat, big damage, good. Alrighty, that is going to be Vina.
Question.
Answer.
How tall was it again?
This thing?
Yeah.
About 50 feet tall.
Never mind. I was gonna cast darkness on its head, but that's a little far away. And plus that's concentration, and I wouldn't be able to cast Moonbeam then. So,
Ah.
I'm still gonna cast Moonbeam.
Very nice.
I'm gonna do
Do it
it.
up.
I don't care. So, it has to make a con save, and I'm assuming it is a shapeshifter, correct?
That is
Well, I guess
that is incorrect.
Motherfucker.
18 con save.
Okay, so it's not a shape changer. It's an 18 con save. That saves because I have a 16. So it's gonna take half damage. But it's concentration, so on each of my turns after I cast a spell, I can use it to move it 60 feet, and then it will have to do it again.
Yep.
Okay, hang on. I need another D10. The hell? I have so many, but my brain, like, I don't use D10s that often, so, like, I can't find them. Ooh, that's cool. It's gonna be... Oh, Jesus. Of course I had to roll one that's the 10s, so I can't... 18 damage, but then halved to 9.
Up to 9. Vina.
And it's radiant damage.
Okay.
Do I... When it gets back to me, do I just get the radiant damage, or do I have the effect of Moonbeam?
Oddly enough, Vina, you do not take any damage.
Okay.
But you do get the effect of Moonbeam back.
Fuck. Okay, so as Moonbeam hits Vina, you see again an image that Iris has seen before, but you just see Vina's hair turn stark white and her skin is super pale. And her eyes are like, there's basically no color to them whatsoever, with just a slight like purple where the iris and pupil would be. And yeah, you don't see Vina there anymore.
Iris is shitting herself seeing this again.
So
Iris is confused,
yeah.
concerned,
Aroused.
shitting. No.
Algus is laughing his ass off because he knew he was
That's
right.
that's just. Well, the thing is, like, Iris is now sitting here like it's happening again. Like, I'm seeing this again.
Yeah, you are.
Also,
Let's
Nathan,
see
this
if
is
I
what
can
you
find-
want. That's just what you want. Pervert.
Hentai.
Okay. Copy. Sometimes it's better not to know. Alrighty.
And then I don't think... Or actually, here, let me look real quick. Sorry, let me look at any cantrips. I'm gonna go ahead and quicken spell. To cast... We'll do Firebolt at the big... Fluffy. As a bonus action.
Fireball.
Do it up.
That is going to be a 22 to hit.
22 hit, roll damage.
That's 2d10 fire damage now, by the way. So that's gonna be 16 fire damage.
16 fire damage. As the fire impacts its body with your firebolt, you watch as once again that fur glistens. You take 4 fire damage.
Okay.
And it howls in anger.
Cool.
Wait, just to be very clear, I didn't take any piercing. I just took necrotic damage
Correct.
from the small wolf.
Because
Because that's what the necrotic damage went to, was the small wolf.
Oh, then yes, it would have been technically piercing damage.
So it took 7 piercing damage.
Correct.
Just want to make sure. Okay.
Okay.
Also for chat, I muted them.
Urin, you're up.
No, I didn't. Yes, I
am
muted
going
myself so they can't
to
hear me,
cast
but
Long
that
Strider on
is-
myself.
Nice.
That's what Corvina
And
does.
then
every
I'm
day.
going to
But red.
wild shape into a giant hyena. So now I have 60 feet of movement speed,
Nice.
and I am right next to Steel Defender. That
Alrighty.
is my action and my bonus action.
Copy. Alrighty. That is going to be the end of the surprise round. And as you are in the wolf's home, they are going to go. All the wolves wake up around the burrow. It's ka-chow, ka-chow, ka-chow. 3 plus Fluffy. The wolves are going to begin running at the party. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Also, Mason Bud has disappeared from the map for some reason.
What the fuck? Did
Also,
you
there's a
delete?
random tiefling woman.
Oh. Oh, I see
Can't
what
remember.
happened. I see what happened.
No, he was
Uh,
there, but
Was he there?
Why is she
Yeah.
there? The lesbians haunt us.
Yeah, I'm wondering why she's there too, because I thought I had Bud out there, not her.
The lesbians haunt us.
Do I have both?
You had both.
Had passed.
Yes.
Copy. Copy.
Bud got
That's-
eaten by Fluffy.
Very weird, actually. Here, I got it.
Rip to Bud.
There you go, Bud.
Tinku.
Alrighty. Let's see. Wolves are going to make an attack on Calgus, Iris, and Steel Defender.
Mhm.
Let's see what we get here. Alright, Steel Defender's going to get hit. Steel Defender takes 10 piercing damage as the wolf bites him.
Bro's built different, doesn't give a fuck.
Okay, cool. It is then going to be the Biggin's turn,
There
and
we go.
it is going to body slam Kyle.
And
Actually, it's going to use Crushing Slash against Kyle.
What?
Deflect attack from Steel Defender, it's at disadvantage.
Okay, that's fine. And it's got a wolf right next to him, so it's at advantage, so it cancels out because of pack tactics.
I tried Kyle.
No, you're good.
It's not taking it with advantage, which is kind of huge
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, I will take a normal roll. You did help.
All right, that plus.
Oh, Mason, you're looking to beat a 12.
Oh, yeah,
So-
I'm gonna beat it by 10, Kyle.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I
alright.
kind of assumed so. I just needed the extra move speed.
Don't actually have enough D10 on my table right now, so.
Love that.
Oh,
shut the fuck up, Mason.
what?
See, the thing
My
is,
bitch
I
ass.
100% believe him.
Kyle.
Wait, I have.
Mhm.
Sorry.
take
Never mind. I don't think it matters.
42
Never mind.
slashing damage.
Holy shit.
Wait, 42? He said.
What?
Yeah.
Mhm.
How's your hyena doing?
Oh, it's still up. Don't worry, we're good.
Excuse the fuck out of me.
Kurin, it is looking at you like regarding you surprised.
I'm not even raging yet. Fuck you.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not raging.
Did you want to rage on your turn? Or no, you turned
Well,
into
I
a
used
hyena.
my bonus action to turn into hyena.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah. That's the only one I
um,
was getting there, Long Strider. So.
Seeing you are incredibly strong,
Blow me, bitch.
you see its fur like sleek black, well, the sleek kind of gray and black fur that's kind of been gleaming with like defensive properties. You just see every hair stand on end as this thing like raises its hackles at the group.
Actually, you know what? I feel like I didn't make it angry enough. I'm gonna Stone's Endurance really quick. I'm gonna reduce that a little bit. for everybody.
Absolutely. Alrighty.
Cool.
That is gonna be its turn. As we go to the top of the round, which is going to be Iris's turn. From one of the nearby stone pillars up here, you hear, "What the fuck's going on out there?"
In a voice I recognize.
Not this one.
Okay.
Is it one that I recognize?
Nope.
Let's cut it short. Do any of us recognize it?
Nobody recognizes the voice.
Yeah.
Okay.
But what about Steel Defender?
No,
Steel
no,
Defender.
Steel Defender does not recognize the voice. Iris, it is your turn.
Okay. Hold up. Wasn't one trying to attack me to just fully miss then?
Yeah.
I just missed?
Yeah, missed you.
Solid. Okay. I will... Actually, this is important to ask now. When I took the damage, is that something I could see?
No,
Or does it just happen?
just happens.
Okay, that's good. That's good to know. Okay. That's the case. I will. I'm gonna hide behind. Just see something quick. Yeah, gonna hide behind Calgus. Like, I'll just do there. Can I get sneak? Do I roll for stealth to get sneak attack again?
Sure.
It's within 5 feet.
Roll for being a
Which I
little.
roll for the attacking, so you already
that
get-
will-
Well,
that-
I know I'm rolling to attack the big guy, so it
Gotcha.
wouldn't be within.
The wolf you moved away from is gonna take its opportunity to attack and miss you, I guess. Yeah, go ahead, roll sneak attack.
Okay, so I'm gonna go for the big bitch again.
Mhm.
That is a... I always forget. That is a 23 to hit.
23 will hit, roll damage.
Cool. So... 1, 2, 3, 4... 15. So that's 16 damage to the big bitch, and I will once again go for that necrotic damage on the same wolf that I hit the first time, which
16 damage,
is
alright.
9. And then
Um,
9 necrotic damage to the one that I hit before.
Gotcha. That is gonna actually floor it. You killed the smaller wolf. As you hit this big wolf, as like Corinne's giant hyena kind of engaged this thing, and is still not fallen, you watch the wolf's hackles kind of raise, and as you hit it with an arrow, you watch the wolf slam a paw onto the ground, and suddenly the ground beneath your feet rumbles, and a spire of stone shoots up. See if it hits you.
What?
We love
Um,
legendary action.
Shoots up and catches you underneath the chin, Iris.
Do I see this?
You do.
I'm assuming I see this. I uncanny dodge this then.
Okay. That's a really smart move because it does 36 points of damage to you as the stone pillar comes up and crushes you underneath the jaw. With
Just
your
got a
uncanny
uppercut.
dodge.
So 18?
18, yep.
Okay. That's something that you just did to me.
Don't worry, guys. You Say Run just came on my playlist, so we can't lose.
All right, Iris, you got anything else you can do?
I'll just use my well, I'll use my bonus action to just hide. That's what I'll do.
Okay.
That's all.
Go ahead and move Iris back 1 space.
Okay. Is it that
we
1 space? I
separated now?
can't tell.
That'll do.
Okay. I can't tell.
Yep.
Do
That
you
was
feel
fucking
blessed right now,
stupid.
Iris? Do you feel blessed right now?
Oh, did you use your blast, by
No.
the way, in your attack?
Um,
Oh, I hit anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Brand.
Yeah.
Calgus, your turn.
I'm gonna shoot the one in front of me with my double barrel, because I don't like it that close to me.
Sure.
That's gonna be a mod 20.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I know minimum damage on your double barrel. You just fucking execute that wolf.
7 plus 7 plus 8, yeah.
Jesus fuck.
Put her down.
Boom.
Just like stick your double barrel onto this wolf's head and just disintegrate it.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, okay.
Pretty much red mist it real quick.
Yep.
After I do that, I'll just turn and take a shot at the big one with my offhanded pistol.
Do it.
16?
16. Alrighty. Um, 16 will hit. Roll damage.
Which one am I using? I've always been using my force one, haven't I? I think I've been
Yeah.
using my force one consistently.
Mhm.
7 force damage.
All right. 7 force damage. As you deal 7 force damage. Once again, you kind of see magic coalescing as this thing slams its paw onto the ground. Does a 23 hit you?
Shield. No, it doesn't.
All right. Move your character 5 feet back as a pillar of stone appears, but you're able at the last second to kind of dodge out of the way.
I can't move 5 feet back.
Oh, so you'd move into a pillar.
Yep. With the direction I'm facing.
Calgus, give me either a strength saving throw or a dex saving throw.
Dex saving throw. Dex
Okay.
saving throw. Dex saving throw. 7.
With a 7, Calgus. Suddenly, this stone starts erupting from your feet, and you try to dodge left. Not quite fast enough, as now you are encapsulated inside of the stalactite.
Dick.
I'll see you in a museum.
You're not like frozen in place, you're in a hollowed out stalactite.
Interesting.
There's people in the stalactites. Also, there's stalagmites because mites grow up.
Okay, I figured I was gonna get corrected at some point. I always forget the difference between the two. If I'm being real, I forget the
Do you want,
difference.
do you want me to
between the
tell
two.
you how you can remember and you will never forget?
Stalactites top, stalagmites bottom.
No, because as the mates, like mates instead of mites that grow taller, they get older. The tights come down
That made
because they're
remember that.
boys. Mites. When they grow up, tights. Think of what tights are.
Okay.
A form
They
of
come down,
clothing.
a form of clothing. So they're gonna
that
pull tights
women
down.
wear.
and so the tights grow down.
It's not just women.
Do you want to know who
Fuck
taught me
you.
that one?
What about drag queens?
Kind of.
Mr. Darst, 8th grade earth science. He told that to 8th graders, you guys. Okay.
He was always questionable.
Yep.
Don't love
now
that.
you'll never forget it. So you're welcome. Everyone
I
knows
kind of
Mr.
want to
Darst, right?
forget it if I'm being real,
Yep. Yeah.
because I had him in the 8th grade too. Alrighty. That is going
done.
to be.
Oh, I still defender.
Yes. Go for Steel Defender, and then it's going to be Nathan's turn.
Does he have his reaction? Does Fluffy have his reaction still?
Yeah, he does.
I don't want Steel Defender getting clapped. He'll just hit Fluffy.
Okay.
I don't think he hits Fluffy.
What do you roll?
Steel Defender, where are you? Oh, he has a plus 14.
14 will hit actually.
Oh shit. Oh boy. 4 force damage.
Alrighty. You watch as the magic starts coalescing again, kind of like in this thing's fur, and it slams its paw. Nothing happens.
Interesting.
Alrighty. Pass to Bud's turn.
Okay, I am going to bonus action do my new blood curse that I have not used, and I'm gonna amplify it. So I'm
Okay.
gonna deal 1d6 damage to myself. To activate my Crimson Right, I dealt 1 damage to myself, and I did it again.
Let's go.
Very nice.
That's huge. Let's see if this works. Okay, so with the amplified blood curse of binding, I attempt to bind a large or smaller creature, but amplified makes it as big as it can be. That I can see within 30 feet of me. I need to get a little bit closer then. That's about right. It must succeed on a strength saving throw. It's probably gonna do well since it's a big fucking oaf, but I want to try it. DC 15 or the cursed creature speed reduced to 0, and it cannot take reactions until the end of turn.
Nice.
I don't suppose you can do the roll a d20 in the Discord chat, can you?
We don't have the bot.
You can do it in roll 20.
Oh, that's true. Okay. Remind me how I do that roll, because I would like.
This box
left.
of doom.
It's below the select move and the paints and the ruler.
It's right below the ruler, yeah.
Right above the question mark.
Top left of roll 20.
Wow, Nathan, you clicked it and you got a nat 1.
Ignore that. That's not a part of it.
Hang on, where does that show up? I didn't see it. I don't want to
Chat.
make sure
Yeah,
screen.
It shows up in the chat, but
Okay, hang on, let me pull up the chat.
oh, it's right above the ruler. Okay, perfect.
Where the
So
frick
this
is the
thing,
chat?
Triple bars to the right.
so it's a
Top-
DC
top right.
15. It's a DC 15, right?
Strength save 15. Yeah.
And then you
Okay.
click the
Got it,
Two
yep, I
above
got
us.
it. I got it. I was in the settings. I was done.
So it's a DC 15 check. This thing has a plus 10 to its strength.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
So
It's a bonus action. I had to try.
4 lower. This works.
Nathan, you wasted the nat 1.
Okay,
Alright.
yeah.
Yeah, no.
Unfortunately, it does not work.
Okay. That is okay. Then I'm just gonna normally attack it twice.
Alrighty.
Fuck it up, Kenneth.
Not only did I roll a natural 1 in roll 20, I rolled one right now.
Okay.
Did you add bless?
Doesn't
Oh wait,
matter.
it's a nat
It's
one.
still a natural 1. What happens because of it? Do I still get to make my second attack?
Yeah, you do. Your bolt just goes streaming off into the darkness.
Okay. Okay, that's a lot better.
With bliss.
I know I rolled a natural 13, so it's gonna be plenty fine.
All right, roll damage.
Okay. Wait, I rolled the wrong damage die when I did my crossbow last time. It's whatever. I mean, it would have been a pretty big difference, but fuck it. Okay, so that is 11 piercing plus 4 radiant.
15 damage.
Okay, your bolt slams into the side of this thing.
Sweet. That's my turn.
Once again, you watch as the magic kind of coalesces. Let's see what we get here. What's your AC?
15.
A stalag might, yes, appears, and Bud, you're able to like gracefully dodge backwards as it appears.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, I needed to be right here to do my thing.
okay. Now you're behind the slag. Might.
Okay.
Chuck it in the fucking bucket. There we go. You got moved backwards.
Okay.
That is going to be
My turn.
yes. Then Vina, your turn.
Okay, so on each of my turns, I can move it, but like it's still on the wolf, so it has to make that saving throw again, right? Because of Moonbeam? Or do I
yep,
have to move it and put it back on it? Because I'll do that too. If I have to.
So it's whenever the creature starts its turn in there.
Oh, so it should have.
Or-
I thought it was on my turn, so I thought.
First time on a turn or starts its turn there. So I should have made a roll on its turn. So I apologize. We'll fix that.
It's all good.
Constitution saving throw is a dirty 20.
Okay, so it'll take half damage here.
All right, roll damage.
It's gonna be 13 damage. So
Very nice.
halved to 6.
Yep. Still a decent chunk of radiant damage. Nothing to scoff at.
Do I take damage?
You do not.
Okay. I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, so now I'm gonna take, and I am going to quicken spell to cast Mind Sliver as a bonus action.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna cast that on Fluffy, and it has to make an intelligence saving throw. DC 16.
It is actually less good at this. Okay.
Did it fail?
Stand by. On a 12 or lower, it fails.
Oh, hang on, you have it. You're putting it in chat.
Yep.
Why couldn't we have gotten this one last time?
Wait, did you roll a 4? Well, this one. No, this is gonna be really good.
I rolled a 4. Mind Sliver goes off.
Okay, so with Mind Sliver, it's first going to take max damage. That's 12 psychic damage.
Ooh.
We love psychic.
And then it has to subtract a d4 from its next saving throw it takes. So let me roll that. It's going to subtract 4 from its next saving throw.
Nice.
And then I am going to go ahead and cast Tasha's Mind Whip at 3rd level.
All right, do it.
And so it has to make... Oh, I can... At 3rd level, I can target 2 creatures. Are there any other wolves?
There
I
is
guess-
one that's right next to it, right there by Steel Defender.
Sure. Yeah, I'll go ahead and target that one as well.
Okay.
So it must make an intelligence saving throw. And big guy subtracts 4 from its roll.
-4. Okay. What's the DC on it?
Still 16. It's my spell save.
16. Okay, so this thing has a +4 intelligence, which you have negated.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a straight roll.
Are you what? Oh, yes!
It fails again.
Okay, what about the other wolf?
Yeah.
Yeah, it fails. Oh yeah,
Okay,
it
cool,
fails.
cool.
Yep.
Love that. Okay, so here's what happens. So first, they are both going to take 3d6 psychic, I believe.
Okay. Roll
That
the
would make
damage.
sense. Whoops. Oh god, I accidentally clicked it on.
It's okay.
That's not what I want. Yeah, psychic damage. So let me roll my 3d6. So that's going to be 14 psychic damage to both of them. They both, it cannot take a reaction until the end of its next turn. And on its turn, it has to choose either action, bonus action, or movement.
Okay. Yikes. All right. That is.
Yep, that's Venus' turn.
That is a really good turn. You additionally just delete that one.
Cool. Do I take any damage? Uh-oh. Am I frozen? Uh-oh.
Both with
Oh god, I was frozen. So what happened? Oh no. What is happening?
Big surprise to
with the fucking psychic
everyone.
mind.
I'm gonna rage.
Holy shit. Okay, sorry, my Discord is still. Oh, what the hell?
Yeah, because since my internet's down. Trying to figure it out.
Than you, but I'd like to like bite its like Achilles heel essentially to bring it down and then just rip out its throat.
Ankle biters.
Absolutely.
I'm ankle biting.
You kind of like wheel around, you rip this thing's tendon down. As it's collapsing, you run under it, jumping up and just catching it by the throat with a quick flick of your neck, ripping it out. As you land, this thing falls behind you, you holding its jugular in your mouth.
Ooh.
I would like Steel Defender to come break me out. If we're not in combat anymore.
You guys are out of combat.
I could
Chelsea,
almost dismiss that.
Chelsea,
What do you mean
Uh,
we're out of combat?
I killed it. It's dead.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna start freaking looking at these stalagmites. Stalagmites.
whatever the
Yeah.
fuck they are.
Brandon out. And then there's still
Oh yeah.
Steel Defender
that
can
guy
charge
who
attack it and broke me out.
yelled at us.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say Steel Defender can charge attack Calicus's stalagmite pretty easily to break him out. Curran, you can absolutely break the stalagmite of the guy who yelled at you. Inside.
Oh, he was also trapped.
Also, I'm Vina again, by the way. I take an action to be Vina again.
Copy.
I thought you were
Curran,
trying to say this was like someone's pet fucking wolf or something.
Curran, there's a young man with kind of like brown hair. He's kind of like, as you kind of like break, you just like rip open with your hyena claws and just rip open the stalagmite. They're not quite as strong as you would have like anticipated, but they're still rock. As you break it out, he goes, "Oi, who the fuck are you?"
I'll drop my wild shape then, since he's out. We came to
Still didn't
Cool.
quite answer the question, but okay.
we
Okay,
came
not
to
a giant
kill
hyena.
That's what we were here for. And to hopefully maybe find people.
Oh,
I'm gonna yell out for
Well,
Valencia.
I'm people.
Oh, sorry.
Then you are a person, correct?
Yep.
Yes?
Yep. Absolutely. Yep. Crew
work with-
Stormbringer, first mate. So you made a good choice.
Is Valencia still alive?
I'm gonna yell for her.
I don't know.
Great.
Cool.
Guys, roll me an investigation check as there are a shit ton of stalagmites here.
Do we still have Bless?
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
it's up for a minute. I'm gonna let Steel Defender do all that work. I'm gonna go up to Fluffy, and I want to start to take apart its fur, and I figure it out how to harvest that fur because I want it.
Absolutely. Calgus, what's up?
Would I be able to at least give Brandon advantage with that roll instead of helping Luck since we have Steel Defender and everyone else?
Yeah, sure, for sure. Brandon, you can do a Tinker's check at advantage.
I rolled a nat 20 on my investigation check.
We
The
rolled
duality of man.
And a 3 on my Bless.
Oh, okay.
Oh, thank God.
Please tell me that I don't just find the dead body of Pirate Mommy. That I
Alright.
find her alive.
All right, Mika, with a nat 1,
Oh no.
Iris is just like going around to each stalagmite, just being like, "That one's solid. That's solid." You hear that thunking sound? Like, just in your mind, like that's solid. Like that thunking sound, that kind of like echoey thunking sound, that's the solid sound.
Mhm.
Yeah,
that checks out.
As Iris is going stalagmite to stalagmite, being like, "Not this one," and just kind of moving on blissfully, Vina, you go and break every single one she's like saying is empty. You guys recover 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You recover 6 members, including the first mate of the Stormbringer. Vina, as you start moving away from a stalagmite, you kind of pause, just kind of like instinctively knowing something's not quite right, and you rip open the bottom section, and laying there is a very familiar, let's see, token layer. A very familiar figure with purple hair, cutlass in hand, kind of looks up at you ruefully, and just goes, "Well, hello there," and just passes out from lack of blood.
Oh no, okay.
Kenobi.
I need help over here. Someone who can heal.
I can't do anything.
Vina, she's stable. She's just like, you found her like laying down like against the like insides of the stalagmite. She's quite fucked up. But yeah.
I want to take its fur.
I'm doing that currently.
Calgus,
Okay.
with the help of Kurin, you kind of like bring out a knife and just knife breaks. Fuck. You eventually start using the axe very carefully and telling Kurin where to cut, and slowly but surely you start peeling back the hide of this giant wolf. With the 25 Tinker's check, you do so successfully without damaging any of it.
Hell yeah.
Portal in the bag of holding!
And that is where we're going to end session. You successfully recovered 6 members of the Stormbringer crew, plus Valencia Stormbringer. You have harvested the giant wolf's skin. Great job, everybody.
Vina and Pirate Mommy are finally reunited.
Correct. Pirate Mommy is currently passed out in Vina's arms. Alrighty, guys. Well, thank you so much for coming this week. Yeah, questions, comments, major moral dilemmas.
My family.
I still don't have wings.
I'm gonna make myself a pocket dimension.
We have 2 sides of the spectrum.
Also-
Me, I don't have my wings. My whole family's dead.
Here, ready? The whole Vina and Pirate Mommy are reunited. Take a look at stream. Those of you that have it up.
It's taking a load.
It's
yes, correct. Yeah.
Mine is. Oh, there it is. She did that earlier, and she's like, "Look at my stream," and I had to keep my laugh in. Also,
gosh.
Em,
I'm
if you're still
looking.
here,
I'm looking for the Twitch, the URL.
she
currently.
basically put the
It's
put the
Ginger
bonk
Ninja
gif in front of her.
4144. So it's twitch.tv/GingerNinja444.
Also, Em, if you're still in here, you making that comment about the buds stuff threw me for a spiral. You did not have to bring that up.
Wait, time out.
So what?
There we go.
What did I miss when my body was deteriorating and I was trying to do anything to fix it?
I got stuck in a stalagmite.
Correct.
I was there for that.
Got stuck.
Sorcerer stuff.
Let's see. Calgus got stuck in a stalagmite. Bud
Yep.
rolled some good damage on the giant wolf. Then, Vina fucking crushed it with a mind sliver followed by a mind whip. Both were successful and did massive damage. And she was able to like decrease the wolf's saving throw by like -4, which pretty huge. And also targeted
Yeah.
intelligence, which was very nice. And essentially from there, after that, Kurin ran underneath this thing and just kind of ripped its throat out. Kind of gladiator, like slit its Achilles tendon and then just like clamped on its throat in giant hyena form and ripped the throat out.
Hell yeah.
Word.
Mhm.
So I somehow missed a shit ton in the span of like 5 minutes tops.
Correct. That is how it usually works.
Yeah.
Another
Sorry,
question.
At least I didn't die.
That's true. What's up?
So we're level 6, correct? Still.
Nope, you're level 7.
Yeah.
Level up.
Hell
Wait,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure this is a good one for me.
This is a great one for me.
What do you get?
I get an extra 10 feet of movement and extra attack.
What?
So either I can get extra
Heavy
attack,
evasion.
or I can get level 2 cleric spells.
Brandon understanding there's a tactful way to ask me if you leveled up or not.
Well, I like don't get anything at level 7.
You get more spell slots, and you might have a higher spell slot.
I got evasion.
Remember, just because you don't get a class feature as a spellcaster doesn't mean you don't get more spells.
Let's see.
I get one more spell, and I do get a 4th level spell now.
Mason.
4th
Oh.
banishment. I can
Banishment?
Yeah, I can
Oh.
banish someone.
Are these the pirates? I'm assuming. Oh.
Correct.
Oh. Oh. Look at pictures. Oh. Oh.
The ginger.
Yep, that's the one.
Okay.
That's the one that I. The ginger and the one that Emily put a kissing face to. Oh, that one. Oh. Yes.
3, 4, 5, 6. Yep.
Yes. Yep.
Mika, calm down.
All I'm saying is yes and yup. I don't know what the fuck you're saying. I'm just saying yes.
Okay, note to self. I will make people in this fantasy setting uglier. Okay. Cool. Apparently that's what's needed
Don't
right
do
now.
this. Don't do. Wait, I want to know what Mr. Merriweather looks like.
Hang on.
I want to know what Mr. Merriweather looks like. What?
One moment. Keep talking.
Are you putting the bonk? Are you putting the bonk thing over me this time?
I'm just
Is
adding
that
a
what you're
second
doing?
one. Just.
Oh, just so we're both being bonked. We're both being bonked. All I'm saying is yes and yup. I don't know what I don't know what you guys are thinking. I'm only saying yes.
And if Emily was in here, I'd give her a bonk gift too.
Just bonk her in chat.
You wish you were.
Do I not get more? That's stupid.
Yes.
I bonked her.
Unfortunately, there are levels when you don't get stuff. It's sad, but
Oh, I thought I just got more spells. Like, no, prepared spells. If I went...
I got evasion.
Guys, there's so many 4th level spells to choose from.
Oh, I should probably get... yeah, I should go cleric. Yeah.
You guys are talking about spells. Meanwhile, I'm happy because I get an attack 2 times a turn now.
Well, yeah, for me, it's either
That's
I get multi-attack, or extra attack with my shotgun, which would be... or I can learn Lesser Restoration for you fucks.
Ooh.
I think
he does not have the armor or the weapons, but this is a pretty close picture to Merryweather as I imagine him.
Yes.
I love him.
I love him so much.
I love him.
Oh, here. We'll do...
If anything happens to him, I will cry. Then again, he is... I don't think anything's gonna... Well, I can't say never... Yeah, no.
Here we go,
not gonna...
for
no.
chat. I'm just scrolling through.
Yup. Yes. Yes. Yup. Correct. Certainly. Indubitably.
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 And there's Merryweather. Also, I might take Dimension Door as my 4th level spell.
Not to have as utility.
No, Dimension Door's good.
I can evade stuff. I move real good.
If y'all get yourself into fucking trouble, I'm here to help even more.
Mika, are you aware of what Dimension Door is?
I'm just gonna ask about where. My answer is gonna be no regardless.
So you teleport yourself from your current location to any other spot within range. The range is 500 feet. You arrive at exactly the spot desired. It can be a place you can see, one you can visualize, or one you can describe by stating distance and direction, such as 200 feet straight downward, or upward to the northwest at a 45-degree angle, 300 feet. You can bring along objects, as long as they don't exceed what you can carry. You can also bring along one willing creature of your size or smaller.
That would have been so good for last session. That would have been so good for last session. You could have taken Artie with you.
It would have been quite useful. But alas.
Only a little bit. Only a little useful.
We were only level 6. Actually, I think we were only level 5 at that point. No.
6. It was last session we were 6.
Okay.
That's when I lost my wings. I don't have wings. I can't fly.
I would have said that was when I lost my family, but they've been gone for a while now, apparently, so...
Yeah, we don't exactly know when that happened, so...
Mason can't take away my family if I don't have any.
It's true. It's true. I can...
You know what?
I can just take other things.
I feel like there's a lot of things that Vina knows that Chelsea doesn't know that maybe Mason and Chelsea need to talk about.
Artie is my only family.
Honestly, that's probably going to be like the last big surprise for Vina. But through other parts of the campaign, you were made aware your family had a lot of fortune and a lot of magic items.
Oh yeah.
A vault's not necessarily the craziest thing.
I suppose.
Alright.
I
well,
suppose.
I have
Okey-doke. I also have work, and
I
I'm a
do
big sleepy.
too,
Alright.
actually. Got meetings tomorrow.
Oh boy. You sound excited for that.
Tomorrow night, though, I'll be
This
on a
episode
little
should
bit
be good.
longer because I don't have to work until 2 on Thursday.
I'll obviously be on.
If I don't get stuck working, I'll be on, but I'll probably get stuck working if I'm being honest.
I hope you don't, because that's like
Yeah,
exhausting to work that long.
Yeah, I mean, what would it be? 8 hours plus 10 hours, so an 18-hour day? Nothing.
Yeah.